Yo. Welcome in, man. Having a night show, man. You know I don't do these a lot. So you know when I have a night show, baby, you know what time it is, man. Let's talk some football. We are here. The link is in the chat if you want to pull up and talk. But man, we are here, man. You know I don't do these a lot at nighttime. I'm doing a day. But hey, we are here, man. Pull up, man. Let's talk some football. Let's talk whatever on your mind. Pull up. Let's talk. What's happening? Technical T, what's happening? Dewey, what's up, man? Zion.
Who's good, Rob? Hey man, I had to go back and forth to somebody on David's channel. The guy tried to tell me that Coase is not on defense,
That
and
who?
Caleb Coase, he's not on defense. That's Slusher, and Caleb wears number 18.
So there was two number 18s in the game this weekend. One of Caleb had on number 18, which he normally wears 13. So he had on number 18 this weekend. And people thought that was Slusher. But it was really Caleb. So there was just I think it was because of the gray jerseys, but Caleb had on 18 this week. And then Adam Hopkins had a number 18.
Kosa got a tackle, bro. The man tried to tell me that Kosa is not on defense.
Nah, bro. He plays special teams, but yeah, it is what it is, bro. You arguing nonsense, bro. It's not braided. It's not braided. It will be though. It's not braided, but it will be. What up, Junior Boxing?
King said, just want the blessed child of KJ Bowler coming to the Bucks. He was here in a couple of days. That ain't gonna happen. You want it to happen, Chris King? It ain't gonna happen.
Blessed is channel, KJ. He's coming to the Bucks. You will. Hey, Chris.
That ain't gonna happen.
I do know there's gonna be a player in the state of Florida that's gonna surprise some people. That's gonna be committing in a week or two. I do know that. I ain't gonna see who that player name is. I'm gonna tell you that much because I don't like messing up players' recruitment.
Hey, text it to me, Rob. Text it to me. Text it to me right now.
Nah, I can't text it to you right now.
Bro, I'm gonna keep it between me and you. Text it to me.
I know you gonna keep it between me and you, but I can't.
Just text it to me,
bro. I'm waiting for someone to finalize before I text it to you. That's the reason why I said that. But we got somebody in the state of Florida that's gonna be committing in 2 weeks that y'all gonna be surprised by. I'm just gonna
see you, or just committing in general.
No, committing to see you. I can't.
I'm trying to think.
I can't tell y'all who it really is though, because like I said, I don't like messing up kids' recruitment. But we definitely gonna talk about it when he does. Offense. You said what?
Defense or offense?
Nah, man, I can't get out of the way, man. I can't get out of the way, bro.
It's technical, bro.
I can't get out of the way, man. I can't mess up no kids' recruitment, man. I ain't finna do that, dog. It ain't worth it for me.
Hey, Lawrence, hop on, Lawrence.
I'ma just say this, man. It's gonna be a player that surprises y'all. That's gonna commit. We do.
Hey, Rob, Chris King just said that he's not trolling.
Huh? No, I'm telling you that there's going to be a player that's going to commit from the state of Florida in the next 2 weeks.
I know who it is. Never mind. I know who it is. Rob. I know. I know. Hey, but hey, Lawrence, Nick Marsh, he coming for his OB. Yes, sir.
That's planned.
Get Megatron on that outside. Him and Omarion and either Coleman or Wingo. If they get either Coleman or Wingo, unstoppable.
Hey, David Talk Bucks. I don't see Urban Meyer taking a job.
No, that's not
That will never
We talked about that, David. That's not happening.
I get it, but I just don't see Urban Meyer taking that type of job. It wouldn't make sense for him.
No,
no,
it wouldn't make sense for either side, either party.
It's a bad look with everything that's going on.
No, it's not a bad look for Urban Meyer, but it's just the situation in that program doesn't fit him.
It doesn't fit.
It does not. That candidate doesn't fit the program after what just happened either. So
no. Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like, everything they're going through right now, and Urban to come there and fix that, nah, that's not good.
I've seen a tentative list, and he's not on like the serious list that they're looking at. He's not on that list.
Yeah, but
on the list?
I know they was looking at one consideration is PJ Fleck.
I know Brian Hartline on that list too.
Brian Hartline is on the list. What's the coach from is it Iowa State, Matt Campbell?
Yeah, he's been on a lot of people's list.
Matt Campbell
coach from Iowa State.
It's a few coordinators that are on the list as well, like lesser known coordinators.
Hey Lawrence, but you hear what I said earlier? Chris King said that KJ Bolden is about to come to CU. I don't believe that.
KJ Bolden?
I don't see it, bro. I don't see it. FSU got him in the chokehold.
No, they do not.
I know they don't.
They do not.
No, they don't. He just went to Auburn the other day.
No, they do not. I'm gonna tell you right now, KJ Bolden, his recruitment gonna come down to signing day. Because I do believe KJ Bolden's gonna flip. I'm just
to Georgia or Auburn. It's an SEC. It's gonna be an SEC school that get KJ.
But that's gonna start to trickle down the Fed at Florida State with a couple players flipping.
Oh yeah, if KJ leaves, Lester's coming to see you, most definitely.
Wait, before I join, you got the T on a Florida recruit, Rob the man.
Yeah, man. You know I know about them Florida.
It's Rick Ross the third. Rick Ross the third. About to commit in 2 weeks, man. That's what it is. Rick Ross the third. I knew it.
Hey, he a small lineman though. He's 6'2". He little.
Listen,
put him at guard.
If it's one area like outside of like my home state of Missouri, if it's one area of the landscape where I know about, it's Florida.
Hey Lawrence, it's not him. I know who it is. Rob didn't say he can't tell me, but I know who it is. I would say it, but I'm gonna leave it alone.
Even if you say the person's name, I'm not gonna say yes or no.
I'm not gonna say it. And dang, Lawrence, I would write it in the chat. So, but only me, you, and Rob can see it. But I'm not gonna do it.
No, you could. I'll wait and see.
Yeah, I know who it is. As soon as Rob said Florida, I put 2 and 2 together. I know exactly who it is. He's came to Boulder a couple of times.
I'm telling you, within the next 2 to 3 weeks, there's gonna be somebody from the state of Florida that's gonna commit to Colorado.
That's what Coach Dre said earlier. He said that earlier though.
Yeah. But
it's the same person that Coach Dre was talking about. Coach Dre said 2 weeks, you're gonna hear something.
Nah.
It ain't. Oh, it's different. Okay.
Yeah, it ain't who. Yeah, it ain't. Yeah. I know who Coach Dre talking about, but it ain't. I ain't talking about him. I'm talking about somebody different. All right, right. But to be honest with you, though, we got solid commitments. We just waiting to Coach Prime just waiting to make it. That one.
Nick Marsh.
Nick Marsh is looking good. He definitely is not coming to Michigan State. So
the man said he wants an NIL. Who could give him that?
But all right, so did you watch his interview? I don't know if that was on 3 or 247. He
did on 3 with Josh. I just watched it like 2 minutes ago.
You see what everything he said? I said, bro, that's Colorado all day.
That's what I said. That's CU written all over it.
He just explained it, right? He wants to go where he can grow, his brand and do all these different things. Just say you come to Colorado, dog. That's
Rob. Lawrence told me the other day the man's mom is locked in with Prime.
If the mom is in, they in.
Hey, but that's how Coach Prime do it. Like he attacked the mom. He don't attack the dad. He attacked the mom because he know the dad's already gonna be on his side. So if he can get the mom and win the mom, it's a wrap for you.
But Rob, remember you saying the other day that he decommitted? He's still committed to MSU. He didn't decommit yet.
From Michigan State?
Yeah, he's still committed.
You can say what you want.
He had just, but he take that with a grain of salt. Though, like he had just committed like recently, like a couple months ago.
For the second time. Remember, he decommitted last year.
So he's not going there. I mean, it would take a splash higher for him to hold that commitment.
He said he's going to Georgia this weekend, but Georgia don't pass the ball.
He wants to. It's not no guarantee he wants to go there to check out them versus Kentucky.
The school I will watch for Nick Marsh will be Penn State. Penn State, because he was heavily involved with them before he committed. Michigan, not so much, because they kind of got a lot of receivers coming in. They were looking at him for a minute, but when Michigan turn off, they turn the switch off. They don't really circle back for the most part, which is why at this point I don't think they even go try to get BDS. But at first they were saying they were. Then they went and recruited like 3 other defensive ends, so they pretty much lost him.
But BDS is a lot.
They just feel like if they lose to Colorado, it's a wrap for you.
BDS is a lot. Hey, Lawrence, BDS is a lot.
Yeah, he a lot. He a lot. Now he talking about early enrolling. He gonna be an early enrollee.
You kind of argue with me over the summer, like, nah. Michigan.
Because it was I'm telling you, here it was no CU nothing until he took that visit. And then he did everything on the visit, like create the video, commit, blah, blah. It came out of nowhere. Like, I knew he took an unofficial first, but it still was looking like Michigan. He was coming up here on unofficials, everything. Came to Michigan like 8 times. So it was like, come on now. And then the pipeline is already there. From West Bloomfield to Michigan. His coaches on the staff. And then they came to see you one time, and that kind of just locked it up. So
his dad and Coach Prime.
Yeah.
You get in front of Nick Williams, it's gonna be hard to tell Nick Williams no now.
No, it's not Nick Williams that got him to lock in. It's Southern School.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in general, like Nick Williams is that guy when it comes to that defensive line, going to get him. Like just say this, if Nick Williams wasn't at Texas A&M, they wouldn't have got majority of those defensive linemen they got.
Hell no, but they paid half of them though.
You can use whatever title you want, but you still gotta build that relationship though. Like you can say what you want to say, you still gotta build the relationship. You can offer kids much money, but if your relationship sucks, you suck as a coach, they ain't coming. Don't.
Hey, man, look at the Bradley, man. I'm trying to see him at CU, bro.
Who?
Bradley. Charles.
Oh, Charles Brantley.
Him and CL3 is they buddies.
Yeah, I know. So if he do hit the portal, I would say, like you said earlier, I would watch out for Florida trying to grab Brantley. He was looking down there when he hit the portal the first time, and then he talked to Mel Tucker and he talked him in the stand. Mel Tucker met with Brantley and Keon Coleman, and he was only able to get Brantley to stay. Keon Coleman stayed in the portal.
Palm was trying to get Brantley though.
Yeah.
Brantley had a big list.
He
a physical corner. He a nice defensive back.
Also, that safety that went to New Mexico State. What's his name?
Rouser.
He should have came.
He played.
He wanted to go play with his brother.
He played for Belleville. He played for the same high school as Bryce Underwood.
He went to go play with his brother though.
Yeah, he did. I knew that was kind of like maybe I thought Marvin Ham would have been able to get him to come because he played high school with Marvin Ham, but apparently not. He obviously your brother. You gonna want to do that. So
Marvin Ham is from Detroit.
He from Belleville too.
Who do you see on Michigan State leaving or talking about leaving right now?
I think 2 players hit the portal, like one like safety and either long snapper or something like that so far. It's hard to say because of them already losing this year. So
yeah,
it's definitely gonna be, if some leave at this point, they're gonna be underclassmen, but there are some underclassmen on that roster that's worth working with and getting them on your roster and building up next year, like Antonio Gates.
Yeah,
Antonio Gates Jr.
I've been saying that's the player to watch out for from Michigan State.
I can see him. I can see Antonio Gates Jr. leaving, hitting the portal.
Especially if he gets to talking to his dad. Hey,
yeah,
don't let him come to Boulder. It's a wrap for you, player. I can tell you that right now.
Could he play tight end?
No, he's not that tall. He's like 6'2". He's a big 6'2". He's about 200, a solid 200, but he's not that tall to play tight end.
Okay, he's an outside receiver.
Yeah, he's an outside receiver. He doesn't have speed. He's like a big physical, kind of like a Javon Antonio build.
See, you got all them little 5'11" receivers.
I think though, if you do come to Colorado, they'll try to make him to like a flex tight end.
Yeah,
wide receiver. Just because Coach Brew, being around Coach Brew and knowing Antonio Gates and working with him like that, those ties is strong. So it's like this is the perfect opportunity for him to leave now because I don't think he would have left had Mel Tucker stayed, but now that Mel Tucker's gone, now he got the out, so like nobody can look at him bad in the situation.
But you're not looking at the fact that Galloway coming next week to that Stanford game.
Yeah, but you talking about a true freshman versus a kid that's been in college for, you know what I'm saying? Like you need the depth. Like you can't
need the depth.
Because think about it, we don't got no scholarship tight ends on the roster.
None.
So
none.
They gonna give our scholarship to at least two people in the tight end room.
And they got one. They got one on Michigan State, a big boy, 6'6", 260, Malik Carr. He actually from Michigan. He from a little city called Inkster, Michigan.
You need a big man, though.
6'6", 260. He's a redshirt junior, so he only had. Well, I guess he had 3 years if he was a transfer, but I would like to add a big body like that because that's what we don't have on the roster at all.
They need like a 6'6", 6'7" tight end, though.
Big boy. It ain't no big boys. Even Furia on the roster, he's not that big.
Probably like 6'4", 6'5". He's kind of tall.
Now, I want to say he's like only 6'3"-ish.
He don't look big. He don't look big though. None of their tight ends like, you know what I'm saying?
They don't.
No, Passarello's 6'5".
Yeah, but I don't.
He ain't that, but he ain't big though. You know what I'm saying, Zion? Like,
I know you're talking about.
Try to think of a NFL comp.
Galloway's the high school tight end in the class of 24 that's gonna be coming on a visit.
Oh yeah, you say coming for the Stanford game, right?
For the Stanford game, Antoine Hill.
But what I would say to you is, right, when they go into this transfer portal, they're gonna try to get somebody 6'5", 6'6" that's about 250. They're gonna try to get somebody with some girth on them. Now.
That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And they got one of those on Michigan State's roster, Malik Carr.
Hey, J-Dot said he's 6'3". So okay.
Bro. But yeah, man, you can't. Sometimes what I would tell you when you go look at rosters, you gotta take 2 inches off every player because they put them up 2 inches every player.
Like Jalen Ellis, the people saying when he first came, he's 6'4". That man 6'4".
Yeah, he not that.
He dressed and then exceeded good.
He not 6'4". Where is that guy? Like
Ellis?
Yeah.
He drafted
buried on the depth chart.
Oh, Ellis? Yeah, he on that.
I don't think you don't see the field, bro.
He down on the chart.
He gotta be buried, man. But
he should have stayed at West Virginia, bro.
Well, that whole strategy, you want to go hit on all of them. So,
yep,
they hit on who they seem like they hit on who they needed to hit on.
The ones that came in and ain't getting no time is probably like, damn, I made a bad decision for me, and I ain't getting no time.
But some of the reason why some of these players ain't getting time is because they still doing the same thing they was doing at their previous school, and they didn't learn. So now you with Coach Prime, and Coach Prime repeatedly keep telling you, hey, if you don't watch film, if you don't study your playbook, if you don't do this, I'm not putting you out there. I don't care who you are. Now the message is gonna be delivered, but now it's gonna be too late because now you're gonna be like, hey, your roster spot gone, play. It been real. Shake my hand. Thank you for what you did this year, but you gotta go because we finna bring something else in, and that's just gonna be the way it's gonna go. Because you gotta think about it. 40% of the roster is already gone because of grad transfers.
Yep.
Right. You're gonna bring in 20% high school players. So you're gonna have to bring in about 30%. You can't go crazy like you did last year, but you got 30% of the roster that you're gonna possibly bring in.
It's gonna be a lot of people hitting that transfer portal from CU as well too.
Oh yeah.
Well, you're gonna lose 40% of your roster because they grad transfers. They ain't got no eligibility left anywhere. So you're gonna be able to bring in, you're gonna between 30 to 35%.
How much? Rob, and this is for you, both you, Rob, and Lawrence. How much of Georgia and Alabama D linemen and O linemen gonna hit that portal?
It's too early to tell. If I had to put a percentage on it, I would say probably between 10 to 20%.
Because they got people coming in. Remember, they like a damn revolving door when it comes to linemen.
They do. I mean, and skill position for that matter. But yeah, it depends.
But I would say this: if you getting somebody that's gonna leave Georgia, they're gonna be just like Bear. They don't have the work ethic. That's why they didn't stay around. Or they not watching film.
Bear was gonna start. Why did he leave?
But you got to realize they holding him to a different standard. They holding him to be great, and he was just in there being average. Like he was doing that because you got to think about it. All right, if you doing this and you only getting 1 or 2 plays at a time, you ain't really got to be in shape. Now that he's at USC, now you start to see the real Bear Alexander right now, and why Georgia was like, we didn't care about you leaving. You can say NIL all you want, but when you're talking about why he really wasn't playing at Georgia, is because his work ethic.
And then he had them dogs in front of him.
Well, he feel like, all right, if I go out and make 2 plays, right, y'all should pay me more money. I'm gonna go out there and make 2 plays.
But Rob, he had Jalen Carter went to the league. He was the next man up, bro.
I get it.
You left Georgia to go to USC, where USC don't play no defense.
Was he's the next man up, Zion? But was he gonna be Jalen Carter level?
Hell no. Hell no.
There you go. He had Jalen Carter expectations. Did he have Jalen Carter work ethic and Jalen Carter?
Y'all see what Jalen Carter doing in the league now?
Yeah. So he like, oh, I can go, get a little bag, go over there at USC, where that is not expected for me to be the next Jalen Carter. I can be Bear Alexander and not be good enough for USC because USC don't have first round defensive tackles that was playing before me. They didn't have anything. So
they got Big Cat for the Giants.
It's one of them situations when you look at Alabama and Georgia. I would expect more players to leave from Alabama than I do from Georgia. In the transfer.
I got Georgia players leaving. I would agree with that. You see if Georgia's recruiting? My goodness.
Yeah, but also with them recruiting, they know what they get in their hands into because they can have that conversation. We've been winning national championships. If you sit here, you develop. Here's what you're gonna lay yourself out to. Versus you going to the other school, not getting development, not getting it. Like they can use that against players, but it's going to come a time where like you ain't gonna be able to use that because the talent is going to start spreading out eventually.
But it's starting to do that. You seen that receiver that just decommitted last week from Georgia.
But you got to think about it. If you're a wide receiver, why in the heck would you want to go to Georgia?
You don't go to Georgia. You don't go to Georgia.
That's why I don't understand why Ryan Wingo even is paying them attention. He's tripping.
But I would say this. I'm just gonna be put it. I don't think that Georgia is one of the top 3 in Ryan Wingo's recruitment. I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm from Missouri. I'm from St. Louis. I played against his brother, so I'm gonna leave that alone. You just gotta. It's certain things that just don't add up math wise, right? You gotta look at Georgia. It just makes sense, right? For Wingo, he's got to look at Georgia. He's one of the top prospects. You got the number 1 team that's won back-to-back national championships. You got to look at him. You can't just be like, nah. But in reality, if you're a top receiver, why would you want to go to Georgia? They don't really throw the ball. They want to run the ball.
No, they throw the ball to tight ends.
Tight end. They throw to Brock Bowers.
I'm talking
Brock
about
Bowers
wide
1, Brock Bowers 2.
Yeah, I'm talking about wide receivers. You ain't, hey, tight ends, cool. You gonna be on that field. We gonna put 2 or 3 tight ends out there. We gonna swing.
No, they got a receiver, but he's not. He's a slot. McClunkin, what's his name?
Bro, they got 3 nice wide receivers on Georgia, but you would never know. Like Georgia wide receivers don't show up until they get to the league. Then you be like, dang, bro, you said Georgia.
The last decent wide receiver that came from Georgia that did something in the league was AJ Green.
No, they got
Really?
some.
Didn't they have Really?
Yeah, they got.
Some, yeah. No, Really went to Alabama.
Oh, that's.
No, they had a man.
No, Really.
Yeah, you're right. That was Bama. They had somebody since AJ Green.
George Pickens, but he didn't do what AJ Green did, bro.
Well, no, AJ Green's a Hall of Famer, so
yeah, you can't base everything off of AJ Green. He was the last. George Pickens.
Yes, I said George Pickens, but he wasn't in all that.
But but they don't throw the ball to their wide receivers like that. Like they have solid wide receivers they can get, like that's gonna be productive in the league. I'm not saying Hall of Fame, but they do have receivers that can be productive in the league.
J-Dot said, "Oh yeah, his brother did go to Georgia."
Yeah.
Who?
Calvin Ridley's brother. I forgot his name. He was in the league.
The one that's the brother with the Georgia.
The brother was, I forgot, but he got drafted.
Yeah, he was like 4th round or something like that.
Hey, Cam Coleman, just keep your eyes tuned out for that. I ain't saying he decommitting, but things finna get interesting with him.
Somebody sent me unrelated Michigan's schedule next year, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
Who they got?
Ohio State, Texas, USC, Penn State, Oregon, Washington, UCLA, and Wisconsin.
Oh my gosh.
That's a murder's row.
That's
oh my gosh.
They might lose like 3-4 games, bro.
Bro, they may
what
split that schedule, man. If
66,
they may have a losing schedule at just them 8 games.
Oh, damn! How did I forget about my boy Mo 3? My 3 went to Georgia. I'm tripping, man.
Miko Harmon.
Tripping about my boy.
I forgot about that.
But Miko Harmon wasn't there. He wasn't there putting up big numbers there.
No, he wasn't.
I would tell you this about Kobe Black. Unless Kobe Black comes on a visit, he ain't coming to Colorado.
Texas got that in Texas. Any Texas school got Texas, and Texas A&M got that in the bag, bro. They throwing that NIL money. No, the collect.
It's all fun and games until you run into a situation where you're not winning.
Like Texas A&M.
Yeah. But y'all heard what the NCAA doing with them collectors, right? After this year, they taxing it. IRS. So all that money that them schools throwing around, they got to go in front of the IRS with that.
But you can't tax. It's hard. It's gonna be hard to tax collective money.
No, but they trying to make an example out of it because remember, it's a lot of bags being thrown under the table.
I understand that, but if you give a white envelope that's been going on for years, it's hard to say how much money in there. So what you tax?
You're right.
That's the thing about it. Yeah, we gonna tax that's cool. You know what we gonna do? We gonna go hand you this white envelope. So now how much money is in that white envelope? And those are the things you got to look at. So it's like it's kind of stupid by saying that because now it's like, all right, cool. You can go back to reverting back to giving people white envelopes.
Oh wait, the old days. But okay, but how long? But is it gonna last? All right, you get that player that bag, and then he still goes to another school. You look dumb.
But it ain't like that. Won't be replenished for the next one though.
We used to call them birthday cards.
Hey, even Keyshawn Johnson came out and said it. He's like, man, I ain't gonna lie. I used to get it at USC. He said, statute of limitations.
Everybody gonna say it now. I mean, because it's NIL. So what you gonna do, right? When it wasn't NIL, they weren't gonna say that because they would have got the university tax. So,
okay, you said it the other day. Now. If that's the case, then NCAA should give Reggie Bush back his Heisman.
Everybody agree upon that, man. Like that's like for anybody to be stupid to know like the top recruits wasn't getting birthday cards is ridiculous. Like that happened. Like for you to go on a visit, like your parents getting conversated something, even if it's unofficial, official. Man, we gonna make this work, man.
Hey, but hey Rob, how you feel about that KJ Bolden thing? I'm still thinking about that right now, bro. I don't see it. I don't see that happening, bro.
I didn't say it was gonna happen. I just said I don't see him ultimately going to Florida State. I've been on the record saying that.
I think it's Georgia or Auburn.
Now you gotta think about it.
Why would he go to Georgia though? They have two 5-star safety.
Oh, two of them already decommitted. One decommitted. The safety from St. John's, he went to Bama, and another safety, he went to UCF.
Okay, so they have a.
They got open.
I know they had 2 5-star safety commits at one point, and I was looking at KJ Bolden like, is he in the running for TU? And
I would say this: if KJ Bolden flipping from Florida State right now, if you have to put your money on it, he's going to Auburn.
It's Georgia or Auburn? I said that.
It's Auburn. It's Auburn more than it is Georgia.
So Auburn throwing that bag.
Of course, man. But you got to look at. I don't look at the bad situation. I look at playing time. He goes to Auburn. He can start. He goes to Georgia. He gonna have to fight for that starting spot.
But he could, because they just drafted a 5-star last. They just signed a 5-star last year.
Who?
Georgia.
They always have.
They keep on bringing in all these, like how Cam Newton said. You keep going to these schools where they don't want you.
But here's the thing though, you don't know the school don't really want you until you get on campus.
But they're gonna keep recruiting you, and then when you get on campus, like Law Dog said, they recruit you until you get on campus, and then they treat you like trash.
Well, the recruit never stops, so you're gonna always get over recruited. That's just the nature of the game. Like you don't stop recruiting. You're gonna keep always trying to get more and more talent. Like that's the name of the game. How can we secure more talent? The difference is, are you gonna be honest with the parents and the recruits, or are you gonna lie to them? A lot of times the recruits get lied to, or they give them the money to get them there when they really don't want them, but because X, Y, and Z or this booster told me I got to go get this kid, that's the reason why he's here. You got to think about it. A lot of times it's the boosters more than it's the coaches that's going after these kids.
J-Dot said there's 15 5-stars on Georgia's roster right now. My goodness.
Yeah, but you got to also think how many 5-stars just sitting on that bench that ain't even playing right now.
That's
and then you about to bring in 2. The thing about it now, the difference between like Alabama and Georgia now is that they're not about to get 5 to 10 5-stars no more. They're about to only get like 2 or 3.
They have to share the wealth.
Yeah.
They got that 5-star QB, and then they got a 4-star close to a 5-star that's behind him coming in the same year. How that gonna work?
What, Georgia at quarterback?
Yes, they got Raiola.
They've been doing that for a while though, because look at quarterbacks they had with Stetson Bennett that had to leave because Stetson Bennett kept beating them out. I mean, they just do process of elimination. They let the one beat the other 2 out, and they send the other 2 packing to other schools. That Georgia been doing that. That's been their recipe for years. So
yeah,
they gonna keep doing that.
We acquire talent. Hey, if you don't get, it is what it is.
Law Dog, hop on, Law Dog.
They had one from Michigan a few years back. A dude, DeJuan Mathis, went down there, and he was all in the mix with all them quarterbacks, and he got beat. I think he did start a game or 2.
But look at Joe Milton. He left Michigan.
Well, he couldn't beat out. He left Michigan because he couldn't beat out.
Look at that other.
All he showed here was an arm. Like,
Lord, look at that other Michigan QB that went to Iowa.
I mean, Justin
Fields
in Georgia.
Yeah, he wasn't good. He couldn't beat out JJ McCarthy, and that's honestly, I'm not even high on JJ McCarthy.
JJ McCarthy's not all that. They hyping him up too much.
He does just enough to. I'm not confident he can win games himself. And when they start getting into the Penn States and they got to play even Ohio State. He probably beat Ohio State because I just think talent for talent, Michigan got a better roster than Ohio State this year. But Penn State is going to be a tough game to play in Happy Valley.
Ooh, that defense.
But Northwestern gave Penn State comp the other day.
But Northwestern
I think that, but they pulled away at the end and kind of blew them out.
Just like Stanford. Stanford gave Oregon comp for damn near a whole.
It was like a half. Then they put away and blew them out.
One thing about Northwestern, they always do that when they play against Penn State, Michigan, Ohio State. They always give them a tough time, but then they always end up pulling away.
Yeah, because they just don't have the talent. So, but yeah, I'm not high on JJ McCarthy. They got a quarterback behind him right now that's like a Joe Milton clone.
Oh, the dude with the glasses.
Yeah, Alex Orji.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. He real buff.
Yeah,
he real buff.
Cock strong, just throw the ball. I throw
hey, Rob, you know what we're talking about, Rob.
But that's it. Rob, that's all he can do. That's not quarterbacking. That's not a quarterback, and that's what JJ. That's what Joe Milton was when he was here at Michigan. He just threw the ball 70 yards.
Hey, Lawrence, he look like a linebacker out there, bro.
That's not gonna help you at quarterback.
No, but they got Jaden Davis coming in this year though.
Yeah, he Aurora early. So yeah, Jaden Davis is next up.
So why would Bryce Underwood come to sit behind him?
Nah, he did an interview and said that he didn't care about them recruiting Jaden Davis because as soon as he committed, they interviewed him. He said, I don't matter to me. I'm a 25, class of 25, and that ain't affected me. Because basically he said, when I come there, that's my job. If I come there, that's my job, which he is a better prospect than Jordan Davis. But
that's just like Tennessee got Nico sitting on the bench, and Joe Milton is hogwash.
You gotta.
Hey man,
I don't know, man.
A lot of different level, dog.
It is.
You don't want to just put a freshman out there and break their confidence in 2 games, dog.
Because it'll be shot the rest of their career unless they transfer to another whole conference or something like Joe Milton had to do.
Yeah, just think about Texas A&M, right? Texas A&M always bring these 5-star quarterbacks in, right? And they put them in too fast, and guess what happened? Confidence broke, and then they got transferred somewhere.
You gotta go to TCU and this and that. Yeah. Yep.
You better be careful when you talk about 5 stars at the SEC. Talking about quarterbacks, oh man,
But like I was saying though, with Raiola, like they bringing in that him as a 5-star, then they got a 4-star behind the same class. Like one of them is gonna hit that portal.
They still have Brock Vandegrift on the team, right? And he's a 4 or 5-star. I know he up there. He's a freshman.
J-Dot said? I don't see that, J-Dot.
I would say this, J-Dot. It can happen. It can happen because
Oklahoma on him hard.
No, he ain't going to Oklahoma. Did you just see what Oklahoma just brought in?
Oh yeah, they got David Stone.
No, they got more than just David Stone. They got.
Oh, you talking about Niger
lineman committee.
That Niger kid from Texas.
But yeah, he ain't like Oklahoma's a wrap. So that gives you an opportunity because the one place that could have took him from Mizzou, that they already eliminated. Most of the schools that he would go to is eliminated. But CU does have opportunity if CU wants to go and really spend the resources on him. But they got CU is going to spend the resources to go get him.
Yeah, you gotta spend that bag to get him.
It's not that. It's more than just a bag with him.
Man, you know why he at Mizzou. You know what it is. Drop that bag.
Yeah, thank you, my dog.
How I go, Rob. I don't know why you trying to act like. Well, I don't think Colorado's going to. No, they gonna have to drop that bag too.
What do you say, my dog?
Big boys play, huh?
You said they gotta do what?
They gotta drop that bag like everybody else, bro. That's the name of the game.
Listen,
yeah, that's why they set them out on foundations and stuff. Yeah, they gotta drop that bag.
You heard that what's that sports show, the pregame DVR? They was just talking about it.
Yeah,
bro, please donate so we can get our bag up so we can compete. Because that's what it is.
Yep. They say they gotta get the bag up for the offensive lineman, D linemen.
If y'all think that Colorado got this money right now, y'all they doing that because they Nah, I ain't even finna go into that.
No, see,
Don't
no,
do it. Now, you always do that. You can't keep doing that, Rob.
no. See, you got that collective money, bro. Don't be.
What
That's
No,
I
they
do?
got it. They got that. He
They
had to
got
show.
it.
But
He had to show. He had to show
they
proof
don't
on the
got
field. So.
They'll have it by the end of the year if they don't have it.
right.
Yeah.
They ain't even
By
have
the
the money to
season.
pay Prime, bro. They don't get me wrong. They do got money,
They
but you
got money.
got to
Man, they
realize, bro.
raised $30 million in 2 weeks, dude.
I mean,
They,
that's good, bro. But
I would
30.
tell you this: it's more than they got more than 30 million right
I
now.
know that. I'm just saying though, this is what they just done. All the foundation and collectors they got there. Don't you see all them boys driving them trucks and
Yeah, but
stuff?
that's not just for just the football program.
Yeah, I know that. That's for the basketball
That's
too.
for
Cause they got a good
all of it.
No,
basketball
no.
program
What,
too.
what
Who?
I'm saying,
Hey,
what
they
I'm
got that.
saying, the budget of money they got for the football program is a pretty substantial bag.
I mean, of course. I mean, once you got Prime, bro. Listen, at the end of the day, like they said, bro, Prime the Lamborghini. Now it's time to bring the gas. Okay,
Prime
so
effect. Oh.
Yeah, Rob. They gonna have to spend that back whenever, bro. I don't see that.
It's
I don't see Prime dropping the bag on one player, bro. Hell no.
Nah.
Hell no.
I think he do a different method with the bag. I
He's
think he do
good.
it
No.
different.
He didn't even
He's
do it
good.
with Travis Hunter. So I mean, and
That's
that
what I'm saying. He's good. Why go spend a bag on one player, bro, when you can get 2 for 1? No. Make him go be washed up in the SEC, bro, because they come out of high school 5-star up, and then they go to these programs and don't do nothing.
I'm telling you this: if y'all think that Coach Prime gonna get into the collectives BS, y'all,
It ain't gonna
I'm
happen.
telling y'all
He
right
already
now,
said
it's
he came out and
not
said it.
going
wow.
to happen.
What happened? He came out and said it.
Now, what I will tell you is Coach Prime can have some NIL deals set up depending on who you are. But you can't just come in there thinking like, hey, I'm about to just get this money and I ain't prove nothing. It's stupid. Like, you're gonna have to prove something for him. And once you prove it, Coach Prime gonna do it. And you know, Charlie Offerdog comes in there, works his butt off, and Coach Prime got him an NIL deal. Coach Prime didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? He's feeding his pockets, but all he's trying to recruit is you got to come here, put the work in, and everything else will be taken care of for you. If you don't think that's gonna happen, this is the wrong school for you. Because I'm not finna just throw money out to you when you ain't proved nothing on the field.
That was too dumb though. For him, all right, I didn't give Travis the bag. I'm gonna give an unproven incoming freshman millions of dollars. That don't make sense.
But
And then
That's
Travis,
not gonna give me the
Travis did
production
get
of
the
a
bag.
Travis.
He did give Travis the bag though. He helped Travis with the NIL deals and stuff.
Travis ain't getting no collective, bro.
No, I know. I ain't talking about collective. He went deep in
I
that
don't know what.
NIL
I don't
deals.
know. No, people was talking about JSU. What? I don't know what money JSU got. If JSU
No. I'm talking about for instance, on Coach Prime. You know that one be around Coach Prime, one with curly hair, his business partner.
oh yeah, the lady Miss
Yeah. See, when Travis and Shador and Shiloh and some of the other guys, they got NIL deals at Jackson State. Jackson State didn't give them no money. The companies gave them money.
Frankie
Travis had a black bank, black coffee. He had all
JSU
kind of NIL deals. He had
couldn't
around
have
about 6-7
Prime.
deals.
JSU couldn't afford Prime, so they're supposed to give
No,
Travis $1 million, bro.
they
Really?
didn't get
Hey,
no. They didn't give him no
stop
$1 million.
saying
No,
that. They
no.
got the money. Oh, stop saying
Nah, Jackson State didn't give him nothing, man.
that. They got the money.
Who Jackson?
No, he talking about
No.
Jackson State.
Now Jackson State was just doing some buffoonery stuff. That's just what it is. But they was just doing some silly stuff, man, behind the scenes.
I don't know what HBCU gonna drop a bag on a top talent like that, bro.
But y'all got like
They can't.
these,
They can't drop a bag on talent because they don't even have the money, the resources to do that.
No,
they got the research, they got the companies down there to do it. Like anything's possible. You just
but they're not funding that stuff correctly.
it's not that. It's too many hands in the pot. That's what it is. So it was 7 million people that tuned into the USC and Colorado game.
Nah, Rob, it's more than that, Rob. I was with Coach Prime when he was at JSU. He did it. They don't have the money. They don't have the resources. Like for instance, Shador had a Gatorade on NIL deals and all kind of NIL deals in Jackson State, Brady and all that. Shador always had all them deals.
Oh, what I'm saying to the Jackson State, I'm saying there's companies that will provide things for them for NILs and collectives and things like that. There is. I'm not saying Jackson State like the university. like there's no HBCU that has the resources that they need to actually run, a football program correctly. Like, because the state don't help them out with anything. They give it to all the public universities
Hey,
or the bigger
JR,
universities.
Travis did not get a bag, bro. Y'all need to stop that.
You said Travis? Travis got set up with NIL deals.
Yeah,
So
that's what he
No,
got.
Travis,
they talking about collectors, bro. Ain't no way they.
He got
now
NIL deal.
I would say
Coach Prime told him long money, not short money. That's what
what
he
I
Pretty
would
told
much.
say.
him.
I say this though. Each player will get taken care of if they really
Yeah.
want you. Now, what that number looks like, it wasn't something crazy like blown out of proportion. It's like I see how people like, well, Coach Brown gave him 1.5 million. Like Coach Brown did not give Travis Hunter 1.5 million. He has 1.5 million in NIL deals where he's actually, doing stuff for companies and they're paying him. But
Hold on.
just to think that like Coach Brown gave him 1.5 million is crazy. Like you're not
Hey,
spending on somebody that hasn't shown it.
hey, DeJuan Michaels. I don't know what you trying to do in this chat, bro, but stop, bro.
What are you saying, Zion? I ain't reading
Trying
all
to
No,
what he
bash.
said.
They trying to bash this young man, bro.
Man,
Like,
we paid. Yeah. Oh, he talking about money. I saw.
yeah, bro.
it's
Like, come on, man.
so should
It's
freshmen even get paid with being proven? I would say this, right?
man.
When it comes to high school players going into college, it is hard to go put. Think about it. Think about it like this: you finna go write your salary on a kid that's been unproven at the Power 5 level. It's not worth it because once you do that, once you open up that box, guess what? You got to pay the next person that, and then the next person gonna want more. Then the next person gonna want more, and so now you're gonna put yourself in a situation like Texas A&M. You playing all these players, and you ain't winning. So guess what the players gonna do? They gonna leave.
That's
Already on that.
Alabama. That's Alabama now.
So you putting yourself in a bad situation, by paying players. Now, could some of the kids be worth it? Yeah. But at the end of the day, you got like you got to do something that makes sense, right? And that's why Coach Prime is saying, listen, if you come in here and you want to talk NIL deals, I'm gonna help you, but you got to produce. You got to show me something. You got to show me work ethic. A lot of these kids that come out of high school don't have a work ethic whatsoever. They don't understand what they finna get themselves into, especially if they went to a high school program where the high school coach let them get away with everything. And so to go, I'm not saying that the kid, like, I'm not saying that, they shouldn't get their money. They shouldn't get paid. You should get paid off your name, image, and likeness. If you guys sign autographs, take pictures, do anything like that, you should get paid for your services. I'm not saying that. But to just go out and give a kid money and they haven't proven anything on the field,
Oh, no.
it's kind of crazy. Because that's like, all right, let's give
Archie
I'm trying
Manning.
to use somebody that's not like
Archie Manning.
That's how they lost CL3. They ain't get a bag up.
No.
CL3 got that bag from Florida State, man.
yeah.
Got a quick bag, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why.
but
That's all I'm saying. That's all. Like how Rob said. That's all I'm
I'm
saying.
gonna
Got the
say
bag.
this: it's not a lock though for him to go there.
I know that.
Yeah, it ain't a lot, but he got the bag up front though. He got the bag up
He got-
front though.
Yeah, no, he got the bag because they were scared that Prime was gonna flip him, bro.
So why they dropping bags on players? I'm gonna tell you this, and this has been happening for years.
It's just
Like
public knowledge now. That's all.
it's
Just
just
public.
public.
That's it.
Like
That's
that's
it.
the money dropping on players. All it did was change from a white envelope to actually I can put this in somebody's bank account. That's
That's
it, and don't get in trouble for it. But as far as the realness of like players getting paid, that's been happening for years. Ain't nothing changed on that. Like, let's be real. But
That
a
shit
lot
been
of people
happening.
don't know that because they look at it and be like, well, I got this, right? And so everybody talks, right? If you give one kid something and you think that he ain't trying to get his homeboy secured, you crazy. And that's what's gonna happen is you're gonna you get into a war of money. you get into a war of money with programs and players, and that's what you don't want to get into. If you can come in there and get an NIL deal, that's perfect. But if you going on talking about collective this and collective that, the people that's getting burnt by it, you seeing them lose this. You seeing them lose. It's starting to catch up with them. It's starting to catch up with people. It's starting to catch up with these universities because you can't pay everybody equally.
Somebody gonna be in their feelings. Somebody gonna be in their feelings, bro.
But just think about it. A freshman quarterback come in, right? And he just say you gave him $2 million. Your starting quarterback ain't nowhere near close to $2 million. You think he finna be happy?
No, hey, but Rob, if you got an incoming freshman making $2 million, I'm starting him. I don't care.
For what? What is he proving?
So why you giving him $2 million then?
That's why my man for Arizona State started.
But here's Zion, this is what I'm trying to tell you. It ain't the university that's giving them the money, it's the boosters.
It's the boosters.
But the booster is part of the university though.
But here's the thing. It's not always the boosters not always affiliated to the universities. They could be using any type of company to fund it. So when you're looking at it, you got somebody that's paying somebody money to tell you who to play, and they might not be good enough to play. Like, you got to make this make sense.
Hey, to Corey Smith, no, that's not gonna happen. They got too much.
It's a possibility. It's a possibility on that.
It's a possibility, but they got too much receivers already, bro. They throwing that.
It's not about that though. See,
I know it's a package deal, bro. I understand.
It's not the principle that we got too many wide receivers. You want that player to feel as comfortable as possible. What's the best way to make them comfortable? Have players or people around them that they're familiar with, so you can make it easy for them to come there.
But the thing though is, Rob, and this is what we're not talking about. And I've seen it in the chat, and I've been saying it. How we know when if he does come in, he's gonna be any good?
I'm telling y'all, man. When you give these high school and incoming freshmen a lot of money, you put a lot of weight on their shoulders, and they gotta live up to it.
Hey, Coach Dre.
Yeah, what's up?
Answer me this. And be upfront with me. How we know if CL3 come in, he's gonna be any good, bro?
I mean, all I've ever seen is him be a dog, so I don't expect nothing else.
Okay. Okay, I got you.
He ain't never showed me nothing else, bro. I can vouch for Cuz. He that. Now, do I think he's Travis Hunter? No. So if y'all think we get another Travis Hunter, no. I'm not gonna go that far.
Hey, Coach, what part of Florida you down? South or the middle?
I'm from Gainesville, Florida.
Okay, you in the middle. Okay. Well, okay. What high school around there?
New Hope, my high school, East Side, Gainesville High School. We got Bradford, Hawthorne High, Vanguard High. They got a kid out there in Vanguard by the name of Freddie Gaskins. He a real dog. He got offers from every Power 5 you can name. So yeah, right around North Central Florida area.
Coach Dre, you know about that receiver Smith, don't you?
Who?
Smith down in South Florida.
Come on, Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah. He probably going.
What you say, Frank?
I said Smith probably gonna flip to Miami because he's down there. They're gonna give him that bag. He ain't gonna leave Miami.
Well, the thing with Miami and all these Florida schools is, if Prime is involved, they very scared, and so they gonna try to they darndest to make sure that these kids are committed. Also, don't be surprised if they gonna start letting these kids sign these letters of intent earlier than even in December. Like, whenever a kid commit, you gonna mess around and see them be able to sign the letter of intent, because when I commit, that don't mean coaches stop calling. Coaches still call. They still try to get you to come to their school, so that doesn't never stop.
But I don't think Colorado recruiting Smith. I don't think they recruit him.
No. I'm just saying
No.
anybody. I'm just saying anybody in the state of
Yeah.
Florida. I'm not saying that you
Yeah.
in particular. No.
I got you. What big y'all got any big names on your team?
I got a kid by the name of Antonio Wilson. He's 6'2", probably about 180. We got offers from Western Kentucky, Sam, Toledo.
We play free safety.
No, he play receiver.
Okay.
But I got a kid that's in the junior class by the name. Y'all can go to my Twitter by the name of David Victor White. Him. He played DBs. We could play him at receiver if he wanted to.
I got
He
you.
play corner and safety. Him. And ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. I don't like to pull my own son coach here because he's my child.
I
He's
got
just
you.
in the 10th grade. He play offensive guard. Right now, as a 15-year-old, we can squat 505. I
That's
mean,
great.
not just
What
one
classification
time.
y'all in?
We can hit it 3 times right now.
What classification you in? 3 or 4?
Well, so what Florida did was to stop the Miami teams from winning all the state championships. You know, back in the day was
Miami
you
Central
go
them and all
from
them.
7A from like 7A to down to 1A. So what
Oh,
they did was they made 4A's, but they went from metro to suburbs. We in 2 suburbs. When you get to the
okay.
metro schools, that's the Miami Days and all that. So they got 4 metros.
They mixed them up.
Uh, yeah, they just mixed them up. Well, all the
Got you.
Miami schools in the same classification.
Oh
So it's only
wow.
going to be one, except for maybe 2. But most of them down south teams, they all in the same classification. So it's
Oh,
only
they
one
try.
team can
Yeah,
win
they try.
state.
Yeah, they try to do. Okay, they want y'all to beat up each other. Okay.
Well, what happens is it became a north-south thing. So all the Miami teams, all they wanted to do was come down here in each classification and win state.
I got you.
You get what I'm saying? And they wouldn't have to play. They didn't have to play each other. So they didn't care about they played each other. It was just a rivalry game, but it didn't stop nobody from winning state or nothing like that. So
But it didn't
now
mean
when
nothing. It
they
didn't mean
play,
nothing.
it means something a little more. Yeah,
I got what you saying. It got a little more up through the game now.
right.
I got it. I know. I got exactly what you said. Hey, but listen though. I tell you, ain't you a Miami fan?
Say that again.
Ain't you a Miami fan, Coach?
No, bro. No, bro. I
I thought
only
you.
rock with Col- I was a Florida Gator fan
Oh, okay.
because my kid Anthony Richardson, I coached him in high
Okay.
school and little league. So I
Okay.
was a Gator fan for most of that time. But most of the time, you know what I'm saying, before he got to school, I was Alabama fan.
I
Or
got you.
Jackson State when Coach Prime got to Jackson State.
That's why I said I was Clemson until I got with Coach Prime at Jackson State 3 years ago.
Right.
Hold
Yeah,
on, Frank.
I was with
Frankie,
Coach
don't you
Prime in the
know,
spring of the COVID year. We went on what 3-3? Yeah, 3-3.
Frankie,
4-3.
Huh?
He went
don't you,
4-3 that COVID year, I think.
Yeah. Okay. You say what
huh,
does
Frankie?
Zion?
I
Yeah.
said, don't you live in Texas?
No, I live in South Carolina.
Okay. All right then. Okay. So it makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I live in South Carolina.
Hey, Coach Dre, what's up with Deontay Robinson, bro?
He
I
got the
mean,
bag.
it's up in the air, man. Bro, right now, high school and college football finna get real crazy if they pass this NIL for high school.
They
Thank you,
ain't passed
Rob.
that law down in Florida yet,
Thank
has
you,
it?
Rob. I see your face.
Had they passed that law down there yet in Florida, Coach Dre?
They thinking about it, but we had a conversation today with some coaches, and a lot of them don't feel like they're gonna pass it probably on the first, but it's probably gonna take a little minute because of the simple fact is they just think it'll just be way too haywire. Um, it's already going on,
I
fellas.
know it's
I
going
ain't gonna
on,
sit
Coach.
here and tell. I'm not gonna sit here and tell y'all like it
Yeah,
ain't been going on.
I would say I got a cousin
But
who coach on
what
the
it
7
does,
teams.
what it does is it tries to even the playing field,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not really gonna even the playing field because of the simple fact is the rich just gonna get richer.
That's what I was finna say. What's
So
that school down there? What's it on St.
Shaman,
Thomas?
no, St. Thomas, Shaman, Madonna,
Uh-huh.
Miami Central,
Yep.
them the first places they gonna go to try to get kids.
Mm-hmm. That's why because they don't all them play in that one stadium.
No. They just play their big games there. So like when they play
Okay.
each other, they play at one stadium because it's
Okay.
big.
Okay.
But
Okay.
they got their own stadium at their own school.
Yeah, because I watched that documentary of on that little league team y'all had down there. The Bulls they had with it's like a little league team.
Well,
They had
that was
like
Northwestern. That was Northwestern, and that's when Northwestern was the powerhouse.
yeah,
So it
yeah.
kind of power kind of shifted down to Miami. Northwestern was on top for like about 5 or 6 years. I mean, they just were rattling off state championships. Then Central took over for the last few years, but then Chaminade came up, and they've been battling with each other. So, but Chaminade want to win. They in the contention to win the national title this year.
Yeah, that's what the number one receiver at and all them boys at on that team. Okay.
Chaminade
Who
got 2 5-star receivers.
Yeah,
who
that's the
do
team right there. That's the team I'm talking about right there. Okay.
what team?
Okay. The Summoner team.
Chaminade got Smith
Yeah,
and Trip.
yeah. They got dogs. They
Yeah,
got
'cause I saw
dogs.
them play Miami Central the other day on
Hey, they got
YouTube.
a
But all
QB. They got a hey, Coach Dre. They got a 6'6" QB there too.
Yeah, number 11.
yeah, yeah, he's nice, but I don't know, bro. I got to see a little more of him. I ain't seen him up close and personal card, so I can speak on it. Um, but all them kids, they good kids. They get coached well, and a lot of them kids, again, they've been playing with each other their whole life. Um,
Yeah, it
I,
makes
I was
sense.
fortunate. I was fortunate enough to win a national championship in Little League, and that's how we kind of ran across Prime them with Truth Academy and all that because we had a Little League team at the time by the name of the JP Rattlers, and at one time we was ranked number one in the nation. We went all across the world and kicked folks' ass. It wasn't even close. So what they do is they try to keep those kids together all the way up, and then that's how some of these coaches move up. But for
Mm-hmm.
me, for my story, I can't say that I went from high school to Little League. So before my kids, I've been coaching high school since I was in my 20s, and so then I took a break off from high school when my kids were coming up, and I went down and I coached Little League and brought them up, and then I went back to high school once Anthony Richardson became a freshman. Um, and
Hey,
so I've been there. Go ahead.
I would say, Coach, I ain't gonna reveal myself, but I can tell you some things about the coaching and the recruiting world. I don't go by the name I put in there, but I saw behind the scenes where, for instance, if a kid commit to the school, the coach they going to get the coach to be on the support staff. If the kid
Oh,
went,
no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. I mean,
Coach Drake, I saw some things like, for instance, I tell you what, down in Auburn, have you been to Auburn?
yeah, I've been there, Papa.
You know they got that hotel on campus.
I mean, it's like I say, it's a business. Football
Yeah,
is a
oh,
business.
yeah. Okay, you stopped me. Okay, all right.
It's just a
Yeah,
business, fella.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just a business, man.
Oh,
It's a business.
Hey, trust me. I know. Trust me, I know. And you know what, Coach Ray, I'm gonna end this. It's the agents behind it too.
Well, see, that's the biggest part is now. I think that's why. That's another reason. That's a good point. That's another reason why I think they're trying to do the NIL deal is
Mm-hmm.
because some of these people
The
go
agents.
get in these people's ears early and say,
Mm-hmm.
hey, but they looking for something.
Yeah.
But see, you also got to understand is, so let's just go back before the NILs and all that started. So when you got an agent coming out of college, they had to give you the front money. So they
Yeah,
had to
that's why.
pay for
Yeah.
your training and
Uh-huh.
all of this and this and that and the third. And then when you got your contract, you had to pay these people back probably with interest, right?
But on Coach
But
Ray, I'm talking about
now,
this right. I'm talking about this right here, Coach Ray. Like, for instance, a college coach, for instance, direct the agent to the middleman for the agent get the money to the middleman for the player can come to the college to visit. That's what I'm talking about.
well, I'm gonna tell you what's going on right now with some of these college
I'm
coaches.
saying I ain't in the world right now. That's how it was when
Yeah,
I was
but
in
what
there.
I'm saying is a lot of these, like, say these analysts and grad assistants and stuff, like
Uh-huh.
they're way more attached to these players than
Recruits. Yeah.
some of the other coaches, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to school to be a business major, and I'm trying to be an agent. You know who my first client is? One of these
Whoever you,
guys that
that's why I
that's
say
been
whoever
here
you
with
coach.
me,
Yeah,
right?
whoever you coach. Yeah.
So yeah, it's but it's got to be people you trust, and that's
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing. And that's what I want parents
And,
to.
and, and then
If you
and
got
then that's why certain high school coaches go to certain schools and certain players because the coaches trust them high school coaches because them high school coaches getting the bag and following them
well,
players to that
well,
school.
it's not even so that it's the same thing with little league. So
Yeah.
let's just say I've been coaching your son since he's been 7 or 8. all the way up till they've been 13. So
How
they
your
get
son
ready
is
to go
now?
to. My son right now, he's 15.
Okay, he played D line. That's what you said. He played D
No, he
line.
play offensive. He play offensive guard right now.
Okay.
The offensive guard. Like I said, you can go to my Twitter account. His name David Bradford.
How tall he is? 6'2"?
No, we write it by we write at 11. We write at 5'11". We write about 6 feet. We figure
Okay,
we
well,
get to be
he
six
had, he had
one,
a gro-
six
he had a
two.
growth spurt. He'd be all
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I know for a fact his growth plate's still in. So we expected, for him to get to be about 6'1", 6'2". His granddad about 6'1", 6'2". So that's
Yeah.
what we expected. But like I say, we do the little things. We got over 3.0 GPA. We work hard. You get what I'm saying? We ain't looking for nobody to handle us nothing.
Yeah.
We're
I
gonna
would say
take it.
education. Yeah, education is most important.
And then that's listen, fellas. I always say this. It's about my son going to school and being able to get an education and becoming a great young man. If he make it to the NFL or whatever, that's great. That's great. But daddy don't have the money like that to send you to school to pay where you want to go to school at. Uh, so he got some people interested in him because, like you say, a kid at that age squatting 505, you don't find that. You don't find some college kids can do that. So, um, but like you say, it's just about making sure your kids are grounded, and that's why I'm not real a big fan of the NIL because you go unground some of these kids. You're gonna get these kids and these parents the upper hand on some of these coaches
Yeah, cause you got to
because
think about Coach Dre. You remember, Nick Saban said that Ohio State AD said a recruit asked for $5,000 for a visit.
listen, Prime even told y'all that it was a kid bold enough to call and say, "Hey, coach, let's get down to business."
Yeah, I remember that too. Yeah, he Prime hung up the phone on that.
Yeah, Prime said, "Yeah." You get what I'm saying? Because that's what they think.
Uh huh.
Because that's what everybody else been doing for them. It's been,
But
hey,
they ain't no but the top 100 players though.
the top who?
The 100, the top 100. It's certain players can do that though. Everybody can't do that. There's certain
Well,
players can do that.
everybody can't do that, but everybody
Yeah,
think they can do that.
yeah. Everybody think they can do
You'll be surprised at how many kids believe they can still do that.
that. That's the point though. That's what I'm
But
saying though.
here,
Like,
here's the thing. Like we talked about this today. Here's the catcher. Because of the transfer portal, there's a lot of high school kids getting missed out on being recruited,
I said
and
the
that's
same
why
thing.
you see a lot of HBCUs and Division One AA kids schools coming up because they're getting top tier talent that should be at Division One schools at their schools because everybody trying to use the portal.
Yep. They're like a school
You,
like Florida A&M. They gonna come up. That's why they undefeated. They got a good team down there.
oh yeah, they got a great team. They got a good coach. He
Well,
won't be there long.
yeah,
He'll be
Willie
at,
Simmons. Yeah.
yeah,
That
he
about
won't be at Florida State
hey
long.
coach, I read an article about a
Hey,
running back
hey,
from
where
Western
y'all hey,
Carolina. He
hey,
a
where y'all
running
see
back. They talking about he gonna hit the transfer report to go D1.
Willie Simmons
Who?
going?
Where do I think he going? I
Yeah.
think he'll end up. Uh,
He
I
said
think South
Sunbelt.
Florida made. I think South Florida made a mistake. They should
I
have
think
hired him this year, but they didn't. Um,
You're a good
he'll
coach.
end up somewhere like he a great coach. He a great coach, and he can recruit.
he
And
could
he
got
got
all
a.
them kids down there in South Florida. Couldn't coach.
Oh yeah, yeah. It would have been big. It'd have been big. It'd have been big for him to go to South Florida. So this coach, I think he wants to stay in the state of Florida. So he might wait and see if this dude hang himself in South Florida not having a good season again. Uh, South Florida thought they could get Prime. They really thought they was gonna be able to get Prime.
Prime didn't want it. And Prime didn't want it, did he?
I don't know if he didn't want it. I just think it was bigger stuff out there. You get what I'm saying? And Prime was letting his spirit be led by God. Wherever God told him to go,
I
that's where
got
he
you.
was going.
Yeah,
Um,
he was. I got you. Yeah.
Alabama, like I said, Auburn was a real faction, but they weren't gonna let him be Prime. They wanted him
Mm-hmm.
to be something else. They wanted
Yep.
him to they wanted him to be satisfied with just being the head coach of Auburn, and that ain't him.
That about like TCU and Arkansas that time. You heard me, coach?
Say that again.
TCU before they hired when they
Oh yeah,
first got
oh
the
yeah,
Texas
oh
Tech
yeah.
when
I
he
mean,
got
people
sued
don't
and
know
stuff.
that
TCU and
that was his
Arkansas.
job. That was Prime's job. But no, the reason he didn't take the TCU job was because he had promised the AD at Jackson that he was gonna stay 2 years.
Yep. That's why I said Prime a man his word, man. That's why I don't see
Right.
why I don't see why people hate that man. That man, I don't know.
Well,
I just think
the people, I can't speak. The people, from what I heard, I can't speak for nobody. But they say when he threw God in it and said God sent him here and all this, and then now you up and leave like that. I think that's
But he
what
left,
made them
but he
upset.
left the place. But he came into a place that wasn't. They had no practice field, none of that, and he
But
uplifted
he
them.
did, he did, he left it better. But listen to what he like. This is what I tell people. Just really go back and listen to what he said in his press conference when he got to
Oh yeah, I remember
Colorado.
all that. Yeah, he
I
said
have
God
to
led him
make it.
there like you go to the
I had to make
NFL
it
from here.
better. He say in the Power Five level at that time it was 5 head coaches. It's only four now because Mel Tucker just got fired. So I have to make it. I have to make it where people will come see my people and
Mm-hmm.
put value on my people.
Mm-hmm.
Eric
Yeah,
B. Enemy in the NFL and he can't get a head coaching job. Like that's crazy.
yeah. And then he want to take it up another notch. You know what I'm saying? Take it to another level. Be the first African American coach to win a national championship. You know what I'm saying? Break some barriers.
And then and then another thing is the knock was going that was going to be the knock on Shador. Oh, you
What?
played at
Yeah.
HBCU.
Yep.
You
Yep.
ain't played no top tier competition. You ain't a top tier quarterback.
Hey,
Well,
Coach
we
Jay.
already proved that wrong.
Coach Jay,
Yep.
how long you think Billy? How long you think Sunbelt Billy gonna be at Florida?
After next year.
They gonna give him. They gonna give him. Yeah, they gonna let him because he got right now. He got a top
He got that
3 or 4
quarterback coming in,
recruiting class,
DJ.
and they got the kid. They got the kid DJ coming in, and
Yeah, Texas,
he
the
sold
quarterback.
on Florida. He
Yeah.
sold on Florida. He's trying to get more kids to come to Florida. He wants to be the next great thing at the University of Florida. So
Wait,
they
he
gonna
trying to
give
be
him one more year.
Yeah, they're
Who?
gonna give him 3 years because this
I
recruit
said,
class
wait,
he
I
got
said,
now.
hold on, Frankie. I said, well, he trying to be the next Steve Spurrier.
Ain't nobody gonna beat Steve Spurrier. Steve Spurrier, a god in Gainesville. You can't beat him, bro. Even Urban Meyer, I mean, all the great things Urban Meyer did, he still ain't Steve Spurrier. Steve Spurrier, a god in Gainesville, bro. You just, it just is what it is.
That's about like Bobby Bowden in Florida State.
Listen, is Steve Spurrier, Tim Tebow, Danny Wolford. That's how I go down here.
You say, oh,
Hold
Tebow.
up,
Oh,
hold
I
up.
forgot about
They
Tebow.
they praise people more than they do Mayor
More than they do who?
Urban Meyer.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
man,
crazy.
Tebow, God, but you come down here and talk about Tebow if you want to. Some people
That's
run you
crazy.
out of town. Some
You
people
got
run
you
you out
got
of
you got to
town.
think about Tebow won 2 national championships, and what else Tebow did? Tebow done
But see
everything.
that's where
Bro.
y'all wrong. Tebow didn't win 2 national championships.
How
Tebow wasn't
many?
that.
That's why I was asking. That's why I was
He
asking. How many
only
did he
won
win?
one as the starting quarterback. He was the backup and had a
CJ
role
Leak.
on the first
CJ Leak.
national championship. Chris Leak was the starting
Yeah, Chris
quarterback for the
Leak.
Gators
Yeah,
that year.
that's when they sub in and run that
Yeah,
Wildcat. Yeah, yeah,
running Wildcat and let him
yeah.
do the little jump pass and all that. Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
But y'all got to remember. Remember I told y'all. But do you know who was actually the backup on that? Tebow was the
Cam
third
Newton.
string quarterback.
Yeah,
Cam
Cam
Newton
Newton.
was the backup
Yeah.
quarterback, and
Hey,
that's why they got him out of school because they wanted Tebow to be the quarterback when Chris Leak left.
Yeah,
hey, Coach
that makes
Dre.
sense right there, Coach.
Hey, Coach Dre, Days to Come said Prime don't want them kids in Florida. He trying to get kids out of Florida where they can't get in trouble. You think
Well,
that's
see, this the thing. Okay, so this the thing. So let's just say you 2 or 3 hours from home. So let's just say you have a bad practice, you get into it with a coach, and you just have a bad day. You can go home. You can
Uh-huh.
just get in your car and go home. You get what I'm saying? In
Uh-huh.
Colorado, you got to get on the plane.
Yeah. Cause you gotta think about
Your
it.
mom,
Money was in Miami, he'd have been at home.
you get what I'm saying? Everybody asking you for tickets. Everybody pulling up to the school. They acting like you still in high school. Like you get what I'm saying? It's different.
Yeah.
So, and that's why Prime say for some of these boys, you got to get them out the cities, out of their cities, and get them out their environment, and get them somewhere where they can really clear their heads and stuff of that nature. But when you go, if I go to the University of Miami, I go to University of Florida. University in South Florida, any of those schools, I can be home in a matter of hours. My mama can get to me at any point in time. I can call my homeboys up on the weekend and say, "Hey, y'all boy, come down here." And then, like you say, it's more concern for you to get in more trouble than if you was in another place or another state.
Hey, coach. Hey, let me ask you a question. I was watching on this summer the D tackle who committed Texas. It was a coach that had around about 12 to 20 guys going on a circuit, college circuit.
Uh, that's something. That's something that most a lot of high schools do that.
Yeah,
So
I'm saying,
let's
what's
just
that,
say
coach?
you.
What school was that right there? That's what I was asking.
I can't remember. I can't
Like,
remember his
I
name.
think it was like a 7-on-7 plus on the D
But
tackle.
see,
He was
but
good
that's
too.
another. But like I say, that's the thing. So if you got a, let's just say, you got a big time recruit, and he and the school want him to come with what the coaches. If you're a good high school coach, you take your kids down there because most of them they have 7-on-7 tournaments
Mm-hmm.
at they camps and all
They
that
got O
stuff.
lineman,
So
D lineman.
they got O line, D line camp.
Mm-hmm.
So you take your whole group with you.
The ones you think can play on
The
that
ones
level.
that you can think are capable, and even some of the kids that you don't think capable. Just let them go out there and see it. And
Let
sometimes that's all some kids need. Some kids just need to see, hey, ooh, I might not be ready
Hey
for
coach,
this.
I'm gonna tell you an example. We had a camp down in Auburn, 7-on-7 around. I ain't gonna tell you how many years ago, but I didn't think our kids could play down there. But they went down there. They because it was a bright light. So you know, on college camp they didn't want to get embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? So it bring out the best of them.
It does. And then, like you say, it's some kids that ain't ever. Earlier today, when the boys was talking, we were talking about NIL deals. They were talking about kids not having the money to go to some of these schools. Some of the best kids, they don't have the money to go to these camps or to
They
get
don't.
here. So then, when you get some of these kids to get somewhere with they team, like
Mm-hmm.
I done talked to Rob. I'm trying to bring my boys up there to Dion 7-on-7 this summer. You get what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm. I got another example for you, coach.
Rob, you got
I'm
pulled
gonna
like
tell
that,
you,
Rob.
for instance, hey coach,
You
can
said
you hear
what?
me?
What was that sound?
Hold on, Frankie. Hold on, Frankie. Hey, Rob, you got pulled like that?
Bro, chill, bro.
yeah. This between. I was already doing that, but me and Rob talked. I told Rob I was doing that. I was doing that regardless. It ain't like Rob brothers just doing it just because it's me. We was already planning that.
What y'all doing?
What you mean? I was bringing my team. I was bringing my squad up there. Myself. Well, it's just the receivers. It's just your all in 7-on-7. It's just your linebackers, your
Oh yeah,
DBs,
I
your
know
quarterback, and
7-on-7.
your
I'm saying
receivers.
when
Yeah,
is it
yeah.
though?
It be in the summer. It's like
Oh
I
yeah, you talking about
I
next
think
year? Okay, I got you.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I
yeah,
thought y'all
yeah,
talking about.
yeah, yeah,
It be in the month of June.
Oh, okay, I
yeah.
got you. Oh, y'all talking about next year camp and stuff. Hey, let me
Yeah,
ask you
but
a
Yeah,
didn't,
yeah,
question.
bro. Next
didn't
year.
they have one? Didn't they have one in the springtime?
They have
No,
coaches
they had
clinics during
one
the
this
springtime.
summer.
They
No,
have
it's
Oh,
coach
it's
clinic.
it was summer,
those
right?
are always in the summertime. The
Okay.
camps like that, 7-on-7 is always in the summertime. They can't do
Mhm.
that because there'd be a violation.
Hey, coach,
Yeah,
how do you like the huddle? Do you got the huddle down with all the negatives and
yeah,
the
yeah.
positives?
I like the huddle is better because it's instant. You can send a coach something instant. Also, now back in the day,
It was
you had to
time
go meet
consuming. It was
coaches.
time
Yeah,
consuming. You had to
it
put
was
the
time consuming. You had to go meet coaches to trade film and all that.
no.
Now
For
you
instance, like you break it down, you gotta break down the negatives. Like for instance, most people don't think that. Like for instance, when you start ball on the 20-yard line, that's a negative. That ain't positive till you get past the 50. And then you gotta do the hash. You gotta do all man. I like man. It's a
it,
lot
it,
going
it, it
coaching, man. It's a
it's
lot.
good. It's a lot, and you
It's a
gotta
lot.
you
You
again
gotta
if you
love it.
here
You
for
gotta love
wins,
it.
is right. Like Brian say, you gotta if you here for wins and losses, you here for the wrong reason.
Yep.
If
You
you're
gotta
not here
love
to
it, man.
change young men's lives and make them better, what we talking about?
Cause you gotta think about it, coach. You coach 7 days a week. Cause Sunday you got coaches meeting. Saturday you gotta break down the
Bro,
film.
when
Friday,
football season
Friday
is
you be at the school all day till 12 o'clock. Then Thursday you might have to paint the field or go help out on JV or something.
well, with us is helping out on JV. Okay, let's just go run down a week. So I say it start on Sunday. We have a coaching meeting from 3
Mm-hmm.
to about 6 or 7.
Yep.
Get
Then
our
Monday.
game plan together. Monday we bring the boys in.
Mm-hmm. Then
After school,
Tuesday.
we watch the film. We breaking out film. We go to the field. Monday is a quicker practice. Like
Yeah.
y'all see how Prime said, we only gonna be out here an hour and a half. We gonna be out here an hour and 10, but I need everything you got.
Do you
That's what a
grade your
Monday practice
positions,
is,
coach?
huh?
Do you grade your positions?
Yeah, we grade it. We as a coaching staff, we grade them that Sunday. So when they
See
come in there,
that
you
see
know
that
what
that
your
Saturday
grade
said.
is.
See that Saturday I
Hey,
had to grade. I had a defensive back, so I had to grade that Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Every
No,
play.
we did it. We tried. Our coach, our head coach, he tried to give us Saturdays off. But most of the time, we run the kids like we trying to get kids to school to see, like at University of Florida or taking them to South Florida. We done took them down. We got, like I say, the boy he got offer from fam. I think we done took a few kids down to fam.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I'm going to Clemson, South Carolina. I'm going there a lot.
yeah, yeah. We, so like I said, it's a challenging thing, and you have to, like I say, you have to love it. And then, like you say, in high school, you got to deal with parents, and
Hey, listen,
hey,
man.
it can get
They come
crazy.
at to you while my son ain't playing, or you can't. And then another thing, coach, you can't say you gotta talk to different players. You can't talk to everybody the same. You can cuss out this guy, say something to him,
Yeah, you
and
do,
then this guy you
You
might have a
have to,
soft
you
spot.
have to
I like,
understand that. But this is the thing: you always have to be your morals and your values have to stay the same. I
uh-huh,
can talk to him different, but it's going to be the same result
mm-hmm.
for everything that you do. So hey, if you do this and he do this, yeah, I might not holler at him like I holler at you, but it's going to still be the same
Oh yeah,
consistency.
same
Your ass
message,
still ain't
exactly.
finna fucking play.
Yeah, same
So
message, but different delivery.
right, right, it's just the delivery. Yes, sir.
hey,
Yeah.
Junior Boxing. I know you've been waiting to talk for a little
I'm
minute.
sorry, coach. I should talk ball like this all day with you, man. Cause you're a coach. I was a coach for 7 years, so that's why I said I ain't gonna. I can tell you what, Coach Dre.
Yes, sir.
I would say I want you to read this article. Then you really know who I am. Then you like whoa. You
All
be
right,
like
JL
whoa.
Boxer, go ahead. Go. Hey, hold on, Frankie. Hold on, Frankie. JL Boxer, go ahead.
No, no, no. I'm just listening in, Rob, and I'm listening in, Zion. I'm just listening in, man. I just appreciate the platform, Rob. That's
Yeah,
all. I'm just listening in. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you earlier for the super chat, Junior Boxing, man. Appreciate that from earlier.
Go
It's
ahead,
all
JL.
love, Rob. It's love. Nah, I'm good, Zion. I'm good. Appreciate it.
I seen you in the chat.
Yeah, I don't know who that. I mean, you called them out though. But yeah, I was just. Yeah, it was kind of weird how they was just saying like how
That's
Coach Prime
trolling,
trying
bro.
to like
That's
talk down to
trolling,
Kamani.
bro.
So you know how it is. You go back and forth with these people, but I just had to represent. Like, come on, man, chill out with all of that.
yeah.
Yeah. Other than that,
Somebody's
yeah,
trolling. Somebody's
appreciate it.
trolling.
Yeah.
Trying to
Hey,
mess up the vibe.
they just hating, man. It's just
Yeah.
hate. If you ain't got haters, you ain't doing something
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, coach. Let me ask you.
Yep.
Let me say
Hold
this
on,
right here,
hold on,
coach.
Frankie. Hold on,
Hold on, I'm
Frankie.
gonna say this. Hold on for a second. I'm gonna let y'all talk. I'm gonna get off. Hey, coach. People don't realize that Coach Prime been with the youth, and he got teams and stuff, and he got people all over the United States down there in Texas and Florida.
Yeah, he got that. He got that. It ain't no secret.
Oh,
People who know. I mean,
that's what
and like
I
you
mean.
say,
Like I mean, like
we
in
ain't
more
go,
in depth though. They don't realize they know, but they don't know in depth how much Prime been establishing himself for this move.
but he don't, he don't want it. He don't want it that way. He like to move in silence. Uh, that's the way we is in Florida. Real gangsters move in silence. Those
Yeah,
G's move in silence. You ain't gotta carry a big stick. You ain't gotta talk loud to know that I carry a big stick.
yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Oh,
I
trust
know
me, I
what I
understand
know. I
exactly
do
what
what
you're
I
saying.
do.
That's why I said.
Yeah.
That's why I said. What's your handle on Twitter? I'm gonna send you a message.
Uh, it's Andre goes go buff.
Andre Scobus. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I send you a message. I want you to read the article and stuff.
no problem, bro.
Yeah. Then you realize, like, damn, I thought this man know more than I thought he knew. Like you say, you can't tell everything, man. Well, hey, man, let's talk
Well,
about football. Hey, listen,
well,
coach,
well I'll just dropped the new
video.
video saying Coach Prime met with Joel Embiid in the Sixers.
That's gonna be like an every week thing.
Well,
What?
y'all know that already.
We're gonna be every week.
You gonna have somebody need that every week.
What you mean someone new every week? Like where? Like celebrity?
Yeah, or
Oh,
sports
oh,
analyst.
oh yeah.
Actor, no matter.
I think Warren Sapp out there helping the D line. He gonna be he just probably gonna live there.
Yeah, yeah, hey, hold up though.
Hey, so Coach JD around your era?
Who?
JD
JD who?
Dominic.
He from Polk County.
Okay, I
I
thought.
mean, it's about 2 hours away from me. All
Okay.
them boys around from all around the same area. Dominic, Kamani, the thing, all the boys from Polk County, all the boys from down around that way. So
Yeah.
they all grew up. They
That
all got people who know each other. So they all
Devin Harris
yeah,
too. What that Harris boy,
yeah,
the DN, them 33?
yeah. All them
He
boys, yeah, they
uh-huh.
from down that way.
That's why
And
money went up there. They take care of money. Yeah. That's why,
well,
yeah.
like you say, what happened was when Prime got the job, I, a lot of people think it was a lot of Coach Prime, but it was a lot of them. Like you say, once he wanted to see if the other boys from Polk County was coming that way, people he already knew, people he could
Uh-huh.
feel comfortable with. Like you say, if my mama can't get up here this weekend, but his mama them here, I still feel that comfortable.
Yeah.
So after the game, I still got people I can go chill with that I
Mm-hmm.
know and I feel comfortable with and
And
stuff like that.
he brought them
And
coaches
that's
up there too from Florida also
right.
too.
Right. So
It makes
what
sense.
people don't fail to realize, it makes a lot of sense.
That's why I
And
said
that's
it.
why people like to go play with each other and stay playing with each other, because it's not just about them as their friendship. A lot of them made bonds with these people's families, with their mamas
Mm-hmm.
and their daddies and aunties and this, that, and the other. So if my mama can't make it this week and his mama them here, I still feel the love, I still feel the warmth and all that kind of stuff. So that's a big part of all of that as
Hey,
well. And
hey,
people have to
hey, coach.
understand it.
Hey, coach. I would say, people don't realize Coach Prime been showing he tell everything, show everything. Like for instance, Jackson State, they don't do that no more. The people, the fans of Jackson State, they mad because they can't see nothing no more. You know what I'm saying? The access. Coach Prime don't want
But
to do that.
them too. They just got to be patient. I got much respect for Coach TC Taylor.
I do too. He a good coach.
It's a lot to come behind a Deion Sanders,
Mm-hmm. The
and
Prime effect.
he took some of their best players, and then some of the other kids they left and went other places.
Yeah.
But you still got the facilities that you can sell.
Mm-hmm.
You
They just put a weight room up. So and then
They
they got the.
still got stuff. So I got much respect for Coach TC Taylor of Jackson State. I
But
think he's doing a
coach,
fine job.
I didn't know. I watched all the Jackson State game last year. Man, they had so many good players down there last year. Man, they could. Man,
I mean, he did the same. He did what he's doing in Boulder. He did
he
in
doing the
Jackson.
same
This
thing in
ain't
Jackson
yeah.
State.
It's nothing different.
You know what? You know what he said this spring? He said they better get me now. After that, after spring, he got all the transfer came in. That's with Shador freshman year. Then after that, that's when he got Travis. So it's gonna take him 2 years. I would say next year he'll be in the playoff because they got 12-team playoffs next year. Y'all know that,
Well,
right?
all you got to do is win. Well, all you got to do is win your conference next year
Yeah,
to
I'm
get
saying
in.
they got 12-team playoffs next year.
Yeah. They got 12 teams, but all you got to do is win your conference,
I'm gonna say he in
and
the
I
Big
think
12. I'm
they'll
saying
do
it's
that.
12-team next year, so he gonna be in the playoffs next year.
I think so as well.
Cause you got to think about Shador coming back. I'm saying 70% of the team coming back next year.
Well, I ain't gonna say 70. I'm gonna say about 50 to 60.
Well,
You gotta
I'm
remember
thinking
some
about
people like
50.
yeah, yeah,
yeah, you get what I'm saying. Y'all gotta understand everybody ain't happy, and if you get there certain kids, you know that your playing time might look a little
mm-hmm,
funny. So some of them kids might go to running. So we
yeah,
can't say that. So that's
yeah.
another thing I don't want people to.
I think they need to start playing at DN Taj, man. That boy good. He one player he might transfer out. That
Hey,
freshman
Who
DN,
who?
that freshman
Frankie,
DN
Frankie,
Taj.
Frankie,
I mean,
Frank,
I can't speak. I
No,
don't know,
I was
bro.
saying I'm just saying though. Anybody got any on insight on Taj the DN, the freshman,
Taj who?
the not on the freshman.
Chester,
Taj is
Where you
4 years.
come from? Not the,
Oh
he's not talking about the because the transfer
no, I'm
only
talking
got
about the
one year.
freshman. He a true freshman. He played dead.
Again, you gotta understand that Coach Prime giving them boys that like Todd Austin. He gotta play. I gotta try to get him as many reps. I gotta get him as much film because this all he got. Just
Damn,
like the same thing.
I'm gonna tell you that.
Yeah, J
Yeah,
Dot.
was.
Yeah, J Dot.
What'd you say, Zion?
Nah, I'm talking to J Dot in the chat. He said,
Oh,
"Talk." Yeah, he ain't
so I
J
going.
Dot
mean,
know.
we
J
gonna
Dot
get
know who
some
I'm
kids.
talking. Yeah.
We got some kids. We got some kids gonna leave in the portal. So don't be
Yeah.
surprised. Because of the simple fact that
But
everybody want to
but you
play.
got but you hear what Coach Brown said. He already got his team set for next year. He already know what he bringing in. So he already got it. He already know what players going to transfer there and what players going to get and all that.
Okay. Hey,
Might have
Frankie.
some surprises.
Frankie.
Yeah.
We gotta change topics now. Okay?
Yeah, go ahead. Ain't nobody talking about me and Coach, so I ain't know y'all.
Okay. Go ahead, Rob. What we talking about?
We were talking about Coach Prime Dynasty. That's what we were talking about.
Nah, we got topics.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We got to check while the stock is up. Chest ready? Yeah. But he might come back though, chest ready.
Yeah, I don't see Jimmy leaving for the draft this year. I see Jimmy coming back and looking for one of the I don't know if he'll be the X or the number one or something like that, but he'll
Uh,
have a much more productive season next year. Like he already got a good productive season this year, but
you
next
don't
year
think
will be
yeah,
more productive.
yeah, so you don't see Jimmy leaving?
Not this year, no.
It depends what he do the next
Even
5
if he
years.
get over 1,000 yards?
Yeah, he gone. He gone.
Even if he got over 1,000 yards, I think he still come back.
10 touchdowns, 1,000 yards.
I think he still come back. Now,
That
yeah,
boy,
I mean,
that boy Jimmy finna be up out of there.
Jimmy,
if
I
he
don't
put
think
up
Jimmy's gonna stay,
a
bro.
1,000 with 10 touchdowns, yeah, you
No,
test the waters. But I,
But think
you
about it
know,
right now. He
I
got
what
he
what
got
he
over
what,
30 catches. He got over 30 catches, right?
close to 500 yards.
He gonna probably end up with like 60, 70 catches. A lot of kids that get drafted in front of him don't even have that many catches.
Nope.
So
He ain't
he'll
run a
be
4.3.
he'll be he'll be in the top. I'll say the top 3, round 3 to round 5.
Yeah. You think we would go before him?
um
Nah, Weaver will get drafted higher than Horn.
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
I got
if I'm
Weaver.
Coach Prime, I advise Jimmy to come back. You come back one more year
Play with
Why?
Shador. Yeah.
to
Yeah.
just to hone in his route running. Hone in that the maturity level, the leadership aspect. Because I mean, there's certain points where Jimmy can improve on, especially in route running and stuff like that. Jimmy fast and he got good feet. But I mean, we've said it multiple times. It seemed like once Jimmy catch that ball, it seemed like his feet get a little heavy when he get ready to chop and make that move. So those are things that he can work on. If he come back another year.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so that's what I say. If I'm Coach Prime, I advise a young man. Definitely will put your name in the hat to see where your draft stock is. Ultimately, it's his decision. But I believe the best decision would be to come back, build on your draft stock, and then you could be a late first rounder, early second round instead of being evaluated somewhere. Because right now Jimmy, he probably third, fifth round pick, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with
Sometimes
that. Look
third,
at
fifth
Tank.
round picks don't make the team.
Ain't nothing wrong. No. Look at Tank there with Houston.
I just think that the
Depends.
way what we're recruiting in the receiver room, that's more the reason why I'm saying Jimmy's
He's
gonna
not
be gone.
coming back. He's gone.
And
I can see that.
it's not because like I don't want Jimmy to come back. I just think the way they're recruiting at the wide receiver position right now and who they're attacking right now and what possible transfers they're gonna attack, they're not gonna need Jimmy Horn. And the ultimate goal was to get him one and done. That was the ultimate goal. And so that's what Coach Prime trying to show, to people that like, hey, we had a plan for Jimmy Horn to be one and done. Boom, we got him the touches, we got him, he got the reception, he got the yards. to go to the league and really, provide for his family. And so that's what I'm taking account of.
Let me ask y'all this, all three of y'all. What about Willie Gaines?
Willie Gaines got to come back.
I mean, Willie got another year.
Yeah, he's a junior.
He got to come back.
Yeah, he definitely got to come back because he ain't playing right now.
Yeah.
What grade Chick in?
Chick is a sophomore.
Oh, so
Yeah.
they just
Chick.
lose to 4 and who else? 4 and who else on the receivers? 10 and 4 and 5 maybe.
Yeah, those are the three. But then you got to look at what you got coming in, right? Because you got the freshman that ain't playing that's going to be playing next year.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got Aaron Butler that's coming in. You're going to have the possible of a couple more prospects. I ain't going to say their name, but a couple more prospects that's probably going to go have some say so in that wide receiver room. So you back in the same position next year.
Good thing to have, though.
It is.
Good thing to have.
But that's a part of what I'm saying about, like, why Jimmy Horn is going to be gone. Because when you look at, the landscape of what they're about to bring in, somebody going to be the odd man out. And it's not going to be Jimmy Horn, but Jimmy Horn's going to be taking time from somebody that they want to start next year. And
But
I can
that's
tell you right now, AB finna be a star next year.
But that's why I asked y'all. Do you see Willie Gaines staying? I don't see it.
Yeah, I see Willie. I mean, Willie can. Well, Willie, what 4.3? I mean, 4.3 speed. Obviously, there's some maturity issues that's going on with Willie, but Willie can easily get on the field, kick return, punt return, something like that next year, and still have a spark. Especially, the special teams would probably be way better than what they've shown
Yeah,
during these first
but
5
here's
games
the
of the
thing:
season.
here's the thing, if you can't get on the field right now,
It's gonna be
He
tough
ain't
for
getting
next
on
year.
the field next season.
Rob said, it's kids that they know go play. Like, okay, Amarion Miller just stepped himself out. There's another receiver that came with Amarion Miller that people feel like if you give him that opportunity, he might do the same thing. So Dylan gonna still be there for the next 4 years. Where you gonna put Willie at? When he gonna get back there to catch kicks and punts? Deanna told you for certain that he gonna try to use Cremani on offense if Cremani can handle it. And I know that he can once he gets everything else down because Cremani was a receiver before he was a DB. And if he messes around and pulls the trigger on some of these other kids, boy, you might want to pack your bag. And because you can't. This is my thing. You can't stunt these kids' growth. So Willie, you can't get on the field right now.
Hey, next year gonna be tough.
Yeah, but
It's
That's
I
why,
just
mean,
that's why I asked y'all because I don't see Willie. I don't see Willie even getting on the field next year if he come back.
honestly,
but
from
the only
an
thing is Prime
evaluation,
love Willie now. Prime love him.
That's
You
yeah,
why he
can't
brought
really
him. That's why I said they
that's the
brought him.
only thing.
I think he found a way to get Willie on the field. But truly, from an evaluation standpoint, I mean, Willie, I don't think Willie is NFL talent. I don't think Willie's shooting for NFL.
Yeah,
I
Willie
think
is.
Willie's shooting for more so,
TFL.
getting good development, getting the opportunity at the NFL. But I don't think Willie would stick on an NFL roster. No disrespect to Willie or
Willie
anything like
play.
that.
Willie
But I
play
don't
like
see
Ray
him.
Ray. Excuse.
Hold
Excuse.
on, hold on.
Willie play like Ray McClown. Y'all remember Ray at Clemson?
Yeah.
Similar
Here's what I
bill.
say
I can
about
see that.
Okay.
here's what I'll say about Willie. This is what's gonna really happen. With the XFL and the AFL merging together, he's gonna be on one of those teams, right?
I can
Because
see that.
you take the
Yeah,
teams
that's
that they
what I
got the
see.
XFL, you take the team that
Yeah.
got the AFL, they combine those teams, you got about 20, 22 teams right there, right? So
Uh,
it's basically just to get film to make one of those rosters. He's gonna be professional. He's still gonna be there, and they're gonna use the XFL and AFL as the development league for the NFL. That's pretty much how it's gonna work. Go
Yeah,
there, prove yourself, and
I
you have
agree
to
with
sit
that.
on the NFL roster.
yeah, cause Willie was the Jimmy last year for Jackson State.
Yeah, I
That's
Yep.
don't like
yeah.
like I
Willie
said.
was
That's why I
Jimmy.
said
Yeah,
I don't
Willie was
see
Jimmy. Yeah.
I wouldn't see Willie sticking on the NFL roster. Like, yeah, he get invited to somebody's camp, but I don't see him sticking. So if I'm Willie, I'll stay at CU. Let me stay at CU. Let me get coached up.
It's gonna be loaded.
Maybe let me get a few NIL deals.
Yeah.
Collect a few bags here and there, and then move into that XFL, USFL, type of
It's
situation.
yeah.
Hey,
I wonder
JR,
what they gonna do though. What they gonna change the name to? It's probably gonna be XFL, but with those teams being added, they're gonna add more teams. So hopefully they get up to 30 teams, just like the
how many
NFL.
teams is it at now?
I think the XFL has like 8,
8.
Yeah, 8.
and USFL had like
I think
maybe
they
10. I
both
think they
had
had like
8.
10.
All right,
So
yeah,
if they
8 teams.
combine these
Yeah, they're
16,
gonna add
something
more
like
Yeah.
that.
teams. They're gonna add more teams.
It's a blessing, but just know he's gonna get an opportunity, right? Because
Yeah,
Coach
yeah,
Prime is locked in with the XFL. He's got too
Yeah.
many there,
yeah.
so he's gonna get him an opportunity.
Hey, Rob, what you think Jalen Ellis gonna play this year?
I just think his situation, because of how late he came to Colorado, I don't think it's
Mm.
gonna happen unless we sustain a couple more injuries at the
Okay.
wide receiver group.
That's a guy that we ain't saw hurt no more.
No, he there.
I know
Yes.
he there, but I'm saying we ain't saw hurt nothing about him no more. He there.
Oh no.
I'll just say this: it's gonna be tough. It's the wide receiver group. Y'all thought it was tough this year. It about to be way tougher next year.
Slusher, what grade Slusher in?
Slusher.
He
Miles.
Miles Slusher.
Yeah.
I think you're a redshirt junior.
So he come back next year too?
He can.
I think so,
Wow.
yeah.
He can, but the thing about it is when we talk about who can come back, it's really like with Slusher, they trying to get Slusher to the league. There are
Uh-huh.
certain players they trying to get to the league.
Yeah.
And so when you look about like who could potentially come back, Slusher is one of those players that can come back, but the ultimate goal is to help him get to NFL
Yeah.
after this year.
I
Like
got
that's because you can't keep holding on to these players knowing that you're gonna bring in more players.
you. Mm-hmm.
But two,
Upgrade.
it's a pattern what they're trying to show. Like, hey, if you come here, our goal is to develop you and help you get to an NFL. Like that's our goal. And
Uh-huh.
so, what are we gonna do to help you get there? And Slushy's one of those players that like, hey, we trying to help you. Roger Ward, hey, we trying to help you get there. And so those are the things that you got to look at because now we get into the meat of the season, into the stretch of the season, and that's why I'm telling like you're gonna start to see the dogs come out. Like they was trying to help the older kids, give them opportunity to get the bag, but now it's like, hey,
You gotta get the young boys.
hey, it's time. It's time. You gotta let the dogs on the field now. You can't keep playing around trying to help this kid get an NFL opportunity or get an XFL opportunity, and they just ain't got it. Hey, it's time to move on.
I feel sorry for Javon Antonio, bro. I don't know why.
Nah, I don't. He ain't it, man.
No, don't say that, bro.
Yeah,
He
he
gonna he
ain't
gonna
it, man.
he gonna be all right, y'all. He gonna be all right. He gonna be all right. I think because for his size, even if he can't cut it at receiver, I still think he'll make the league because of his size. I think he can be a good tight end. Um, so I think he gonna be all right. I
Hey,
don't know
hey,
how healthy. I don't think he. I don't think he's 100%. I think he was just. I think he's trying to make himself go out there and play because his time is short. Um, so just I think he got to get his confidence back. Um, and sometimes that's all it is, guys. I promise you, I've seen kids that they just need to get their confidence back.
Big
So
for him.
say that
That
again.
The safety's too big for him because he coming from
No, I wouldn't say that. I think the route concept plans to play more with Javon
yeah,
Yeah,
Antonio. I think
yeah.
they should run different route concepts to use his strength. He's a big body receiver. Use
hold up.
his strength, and that's the part where that's what's hurting him more because they trying to turn him into a possession receiver,
Right.
But if you understand that his route running ain't his best attribute, use the best attribute he has, which is his size. So create those opportunities for him to go across the middle. Create those opportunities where he can run a slant. Like keep it simple, where he's getting opportunities to really show what he really can do.
I agree
Because
100%. And
you know,
yeah, you right, Coach Dre. Let me not say he not it because obviously the young man is something, but his
Because it's the
usage
same thing,
within
the
the
same way I
offense.
feel about Bentley. I,
Yeah,
I, I just, for this defense, I don't think he's a good fit. But when you blitz, like I see where they put in a blitz package, they put Bentley in because I think he's their best blitzing linebacker.
yep,
Y'all know Juju Mitchell is their best linebacker, but Bentley I think is their best blitzing linebacker. So like Rod said, we got to play to some of these guys' strength to get
yep,
to see what they're made of. He put you in the mind like Javon Antonio. I can see him playing for the Dallas Cowboys because of his stature at tight end. I think that's the kind of tight end they want. Big stature tight end that can catch the ball. It ain't a lot of routes. It's just so like I say, it's the slants, it's the ends, it's the shit stuff like that. So I think he's a better tight end, but that's just me if I was coaching.
But he would have to gain some more weight though.
not really,
Not really. He bigger than Kyle Pitts right now.
not really,
No, Kyle Pitts like 240.
I
bro.
don't know, bro. Was just home in the city before on their off week. He didn't look like he was
Small.
no down 240 to me.
Okay, yeah, you probably seen him, so you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't, yeah. He was in the
Like,
city. So
hey
I
Zion,
mean,
don't get fooled by them the weight and the height they be listing some of these players, bro.
Oh, I know already. I know they be hyping him up, bro.
oh, you supposed to because what they said about your boy that went to Carolina. I mean, they was lying saying he was like 5'10", 5'11". They said that nigga like right at like 5'9", 5'10". So
he already
they
hurt.
gonna all, huh?
He hurt. He's hurt.
Yeah, he hurt already.
But CJ,
That was always the case that they thought he was gonna get hurt because he was
he
so
played
small.
last week though. He played this
CJ
past Sunday.
CJ Stroud looking better than him though.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, Sean, Texas, hold it down, baby.
Well, Richardson looking better than both of them, but but I like Stroud,
No Stroud right now. He doing it.
But
and
you
he
also gotta
should. But
realize,
again, I want the Texans to win because they got a black head coach, and I want the Nico Ryan to do well. So I want them to win, no doubt about that.
hey,
I don't
D'Amico
know.
Ryan too.
Say that again.
I said D'Amico Ryan, they 2-2, the Texans.
Yeah. Well, everybody in that division 2-2. The
This
whole
is like
division, everybody in that division 2-2.
it's just like Bryce. It's like he's so tiny out there. It's like could he hold up for 17 games?
I mean,
No,
that was the knock on him in college, and why people were so scared was because they figured when he got to the NFL, and you talking about all this weight and all this girth around him, somebody fall on him, he get hit the wrong way, he don't slide, or he try to make a play. That's the thing. So but I want the kid to do well, but he's just very small. You see Kyler Murray stay hurt. He's small like that. They just stay hurt.
Yeah, but Kyler Murray got more weight on him than
He does. Yeah, he's looking like the Pillsbury Doughboy right now.
yeah. Looking like the Pillsbury Doughboy.
I fucks with my dog, but he been eating a lot. But dog can
my,
do what he want to do. He getting the paycheck.
yeah. My thing with Colin Murray is how serious is he gonna take football?
Well, I think he just thought he could go ahead and make the millions quicker. I think he's a better baseball player personally because I did both when I was in school. I just think he's a better baseball player, but he was gonna have to go through AAA and do all that other stuff, and he can go right to the NFL and make the millions. So I
Yeah.
think he just wanted to go ahead and do that. Um, so I mean, shit, you see the Giants done paid Daniel Jones all that money, and he looked like hot
Hey,
garbage.
looked like trash last night. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I can't put that
was
all on Daniel Jones though. I'm not
Who else
caping
you
for
gonna
the
put it
man.
on?
The man got sacked 10 times, bro.
But
I'm not
listen,
caping for the man. But
Urlacher went through.
all
I mean, the
11
dude.
sacks was not on Daniel
Wagner
Jones.
had 19 tackles, bro.
Listen, but
All 11 sacks.
Dan Orlovsky broke it down on the what's it called? A lot of them sacks was on him. He wasn't even on the offensive line. He holding the ball too long. I'm talking about this plays with a receiver wide open and Daniel Jones ain't hit him. I mean, right now he garbage. You need to get bitch, but you can't bitch him because you're paying him $40 million. So I
40
don't know what
million.
to tell him.
Hey, that was the wrong decision to give him that money.
Yeah, you don't want to pay my dog
They
Saquon?
they had no choice though. If they
No,
didn't
you
pay him the
ain't have
money,
no choice. You got a choice,
That
hey
they'd
was the
man.
still
worst.
be a dumpster fire.
If I'm
huh?
Saquon Barkley, I'm sitting out the rest of the season. Good luck to y'all
Facts,
boys.
Oh
facts.
yeah, for sure. I wouldn't set foot on the field.
Hey, Rob,
You
you
I'm
gonna
the
feel me,
pay me
bro?
or trade me?
Rob, I'm sitting out the whole season.
Bro, I'm sitting out the whole
I
season,
wouldn't come
saving my
back.
hand, man. I'll claim my
Hey
paycheck
boy, I'm talking about.
Tuesday.
Hey boy, I'm coming up. I'm talking about whatever he got right now, boy. That injury gonna linger all year.
Yep,
I'm
Facts.
not going out there, bro.
yep.
Get our head beat in like that, bro. You gotta be crazy, bro.
Hey, Coach Dre, hey, I picked them up on DraftKings. I got 30 points just from the Seahawks defense last night.
Man, them boys, Seahawks.
They
And the Seahawks,
slaughtered them.
but the Seahawks
Oh
ain't even been
man.
playing that good. That's the crazy part about it.
Hey, that corner, Coach Dre, that corner, Witherspoon, he
Yeah, he
liked
nice.
that.
He
He
nice,
nice.
man.
He
He nice.
nice.
From
He
Illinois.
nice.
Yeah, he nice.
Yeah, he
all right,
nice.
Vince.
He a Florida boy.
Well, I mean, that's what we do, man. I mean, y'all. I mean, don't be surprised. I mean,
I trucking
look,
with Tony. I don't. So to answer your question, right? Been seeing Sap at practice a lot more regularly. Being the last few well-off videos at practice, y'all think Sal's going next year? No.
Hell no.
No,
no,
Sal's still around.
Hell
I
no.
I think the deal was with Coach Sal and with Coach Kelly bringing in Sal at the last minute. I think Coach Kelly and Kelly probably told Sal, "Give me 2 years, and then after that, if you want to retire, because Coach Sal was pretty much out the door at Alabama. He was done. He didn't want to, do nothing with football
No,
no more. But him and Coach Kelly real tight.
no, hey, no. The problem was Alabama had him as a analyst.
right.
Yeah.
There you go. There
He
you go.
wanted to be a position coach. That's why he left.
Well, I'll say this: if Sal Papers is right, Sal would have been a defensive tackles coach. That's what I'm gonna say to that, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Do you guys think Adam Hopkins will get opportunity this year?
Yes, I do.
It's gonna be tough.
Again,
I don't
it's
see
gonna be
where he
tough.
get it.
I think he gonna play against Stanford. That's the only game I see. I just think they need to see. I think they want to see a little bit of what it is, and I think Stanford gonna be that game where I think we get enough. We do what we need to do where we can see a little bit of it. But I don't think. Besides that, I don't think we play him too much.
I think he'll play in the Arizona game.
Oh yeah, that too. I
Stanford,
forgot about the
Yeah,
Arizona.
Arizona game.
yeah.
Hey, y'all seen Jacob Page, Rob? He got swole.
Yeah.
I ain't really
I'm
seen him recently in none of the videos, like
Nah, he
how
was
they
good. He
they
was
ain't
back.
had him in there before.
I would say this: if you're not playing, they
Yeah,
in that weight room, with Coach Mo, for
Yeah,
sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. No
yeah,
doubt. No doubt.
He was getting
You
swole, bro.
you see, money had put on like about 10, 15 pounds
yeah.
before he actually got out there.
But and that's what I told people that was gonna happen. Like that, everybody was crying about he too small, he too skinny. He was about the same weight when Travis came to Jackson with Coach Mo and them, man. I knew he was gonna put on the weight. So you gotta. That's the biggest thing with the smaller kids. When they come out of high school and stuff, they don't have a training table like that, like they got in college. Like they're working out and then they're going home and they're not putting the proper vitamins, the proper proteins and all that stuff in your body for that. So
Yep.
when you get to college where you can get the proper stuff, that's when you see, and that's why some of these kids get scholarships based on potential because coaches feel like, hey, when he gets here with me, if we can give it this, this, and this, he might excel a little more than what he's already excelling. So yeah, I expected Kamani to put on weight.
Hey, but Coach Gray, even at his size though, he's very physical.
He always been that though. He always been physical. He always been physical. That shit he did when he locked Rice up and went to us, and that he always been that. Like that's the only time you see that come out of him. Now you see him in the streets, so you see him outside of football. You might not even know Kamani around. You know what I'm saying, my boy? He just quiet, you know. But when he get on that football field, he becomes something different. He's always been that way because he believes in his talent. He believes in his talent. He believes he. This is the mantra in Florida. I don't give a damn who I'm playing against. I believe I'm the best motherfucker out here.
Facts. Hey Rob, but Rice like what, 6'3", 215?
Mm-hmm.
He a big boy.
6'4".
I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I wish that kid would have stayed at Colorado.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you. Hey Rob,
Coach Prime was 2 years too late.
Rob, Rice is like that, bro.
I mean, he's Jerry Rice's son. He better be like that. You don't think Jerry Rice didn't take that boy in the offseason like, hey, listen, you gotta get this right, man. You a Rice. You ain't about to disrespect me out there like that.
Right.
Hey, Coach J, I'm with you. He nice, bro.
I just wish he could have. I mean, can you just imagine him being at CU right now? My God.
He would be starting if he's at CU.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that right quick. So all these kids that left, you know, what MLC doing?
I ain't heard nothing from him.
Huh?
No.
I ain't heard nothing from MLC.
So you're trying to tell me Nico Reed the only person playing?
Tyson ain't playing.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Well, he hurt. He hurt. I mean, they say he ain't healthy.
Bro, he ain't never healthy. The boy ain't never healthy. Like, let's be real.
It's one of the quarterbacks that was at CU last year. He playing at.
The boy so well playing. The boy so well playing up there, Eastern Carolina, up here in Eastern Carolina.
Yeah, Eastern Carolina. Yeah, that's right, Eastern Carolina. But I mean, he ain't playing well, but he got the starting nod. I don't know if he's still starting, but he started off.
No. He got off this past week.
Oh, okay.
He got off this past week. I mean, the reason I know about him is because his daddy from here. His daddy went to East Side. He went to high school. He went to high school down here. He went to my high school, went to East Side. So I know them so well. They're good people. We tried to. I tried to talk him into staying, but he just felt like it was gonna be hard. You know, that's the way he put it to me. He said, Coach, and he didn't say that they played favoritism. He just said, Coach, it's gonna be real hard because these guys that they coming in, they got ball players, and that's it. They just got ball players, and you know that this. Huh? Say that again, Rob.
No, I was asking who you was talking about.
Sowell. Sowell.
Oh, Sowell, the wide receiver, went to East Carolina.
Yeah, and like I said, his dad's from here, so he got a lot of family here. So I just got a chance to talk with all good people. He just said it was gonna be hard, especially once you got Weaver, you got Jimmy, and then you knew Travis was gonna go both ways. I think they really thought it was gonna be more like how they did it in Jackson. They didn't think it was gonna be like this. They thought it was gonna be more like he having a few packages on offense, but he played defense. But when they saw that, oh shit, he gonna play offense like that. They for a lot of receivers that did it for them. I look at it. I think MLC hurt himself going somewhere else because I think he had got a bond with Shador. I think he would have been okay. I didn't see the reasoning. I didn't see the reasoning.
And I'll say this: with MLC staying, we wouldn't have got Javon Antonio.
You wouldn't have needed to.
I was just about to say,
You think we'd have got Dawson? You think we'd
We
have got
would
Dawson?
we
Yeah,
would have got
Dawson.
Dawson.
Dawson still would have came.
They
Yeah.
really got
Okay,
Dawson.
okay.
Because Dawson came because of Cooper.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, Chaney. Sorry, Coach Chaney.
Okay. Well, I mean, like what I saw
Yep.
from the MLC in the spring made me think that if he would have did what I thought he was gonna do in the spring, he would have had a great. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was gonna have a good year. I thought the same thing I say about Shane Hook. You can't even see the grass in Ole Miss. You can't even see the grass. Like
Yep.
you waited too
I
long.
thought he
I
was
told
hurt,
you he
but he
ain't,
not.
bro. He not
Yeah,
hurt.
he not.
He hurt what? His feelings?
Yeah. That's
And
why I had to go and look it up. I said I thought the man was hurt. Nope, he just
no, he
not
ain't
seeing
hurt.
the field.
He
And
just
it
not.
and it
Listen,
made his number.
They said he was supposed to start.
man. They
And that's what
told
they
that boy
tell you.
lies.
Yeah.
They
Hey,
told
They
him
listen,
tell you
lies.
get you on campus.
listen.
Right?
They gave him number 5 and made him change his jersey. That's how
Yep.
Who?
bad
They did what?
he
What
was.
they do?
He was rocking number 5. He's got a brand new number now. He rocking number 11. I want to say now.
And
Yeah,
listen.
but
From what I was told, that was one of the reasons, one of the deal breakers here, that
Yep.
he wasn't gonna be able to wear 5.
Yep.
That he like okay, we knew. I kind of knew the number situation going into it, but them boys that was coming, like I said, well, if Simon Craig gets 7, I say I know that Monty not gonna get 7. I knew he was gonna get 1, so I've been had telling people. I said I think Monty gonna win 1, but that was the biggest thing with Hook. He wanted 5, and so he wanted them to tell him, hey, he was for sure gonna get 5. But how you leave a guy like Shador, who you had chemistry with, who you knew gonna get you the football, to go play with somebody who don't know you? Like I just even the boy from hey, I think the boy that went to Texas A&M, he'd have been playing right now at Colorado.
Yep.
Oh, that linebacker.
Yeah,
Yep.
he'd have been playing right now, bro.
But
yeah, him
you
and
know what's
Juju
behind that
together.
though.
Who?
You know the story behind that though, right?
Oh yeah. I don't bring that shit up, bro.
Yeah.
Hey,
I,
Lamonius has 11 receptions for 129 yards and 1 touchdown.
listen. Now it's Gaddy made a bad decision. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, he was in the doghouse, bro. He was in
Yeah.
the doghouse, so he wasn't going. He was pissed about the Celebration Bowl, and then everybody made a big deal about it, and he really and his pride was hurt. So then Jackson tried all they could to keep him at Jackson, and then once he realized it wasn't gonna be the same atmosphere as it was when Prime was there, he
Yep.
left and went to Missouri. But instead of him just eating his ego and saying, "Hey, this was my bad. This was my fault. I just could." And that's what I'm telling y'all. Like that's what he's trying to tell you about Monty and them other kids.
Who,
That
Coach
was his.
Dre?
We talking about the defensive
Now,
end from Jackson.
yeah.
Oh, that
Now,
defensive end.
yeah,
Yeah.
He was supposed to come to see you though, right?
but okay. So the night before the Celebration Bowl or whatever, I think they had some kind of meeting or something. He showed up late. Well,
Mm-hmm.
if you watch the documentary, the first week or something, he showed up late to a meeting then. And Coach Prime talked to him. And so now this is after he done sat Shiloh out of the SWAC championship game. So now I'll show up late. So he tell him he can't play in the Celebration Bowl. And so now everybody in Jackson blaming that for why they lost the Celebration Bowl and this, that, and the third. So instead of him eating his pride and just saying, Coach, I was wrong, you still want me to come to Colorado, he was like, oh no, I'm gonna just stay at Jackson. Well, he stayed at Jackson for the spring and realized, dang, this ain't the same kind of atmosphere. It ain't the same thing that we had last year. So then he left there and went to Missouri. And I don't think he played at Missouri like that.
Nope.
Hey Rob, highlight that Kevin Coleman.
I'm looking dead at that comment too.
Oh my gosh.
I was looking dead at that comment. I was gonna go straight there next.
please answer that. I'm tired of answering it.
That's not it.
Yeah,
That's not it, guys.
I was
That's
definitely
definitely
about to
not
say.
it.
I was
That's
definitely about to
definitely
say.
not it.
Go ahead, Coach Jay. I'll let you take it.
Yeah, that's definitely not it. He wanted the Travis Hunter treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Coleman thought he was on the same. He thought that at Jackson, and he thought he should have been playing. And then when he won Freshman of the Year at Jackson, people said, "Well, the only reason you won Freshman of the Year is because Travis didn't play."
He was.
So when Travis didn't come right out and say, "Oh, I'm going to see you," well, Kevin was like, "Oh, well, if Travis don't go, I'll go. But if Travis going, I know what it is." No, it wasn't about no number three. It's just he felt like he should be getting uh, the rock star treatment, and that's just not what was gonna happen. And like you say, um, one thing about Coach Prime is he was straightforward. He told Jackson State last year in the documentary, he said it's only two people on this team got a starting job. That's the quarterback. And listen, and this is what I told people. He didn't say and Travis, he said and probably Travis. So he knew Travis was gonna have to earn his spot. But you see what that kid doing right now. Kevin Coleman just can play one side of the football. But he doing his thing at Louisville, and I'm happy for him. You get what I'm saying? I think he's
Honestly, he ain't been doing nothing lately.
Hey, but Rob,
I know the first 2 weeks. I know the first 2 weeks he was getting off.
Hey, at CU, he would have had a nice little if they didn't get picked.
I'll tell you this: if Kevin Coleman can graduate after this year, he'll be at CU. That's my boy from St. Louis, but he would come to Colorado because he know. And here's the thing: is like everybody was upset with Prime about something stupid instead of just like, man, listen, I'ma own it. It's me. I'ma rock with Coach Prime at Colorado. That would have been something totally different. Now you get Kevin Coleman there. I don't think Willie Gaines would come there.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
right. You're right. I mean, Willie don't even look this way if Kevin Coleman.
Yeah, and I think you would get Shane Hooks probably would have came if Kevin Coleman. Kevin Coleman was like really like the breaking point why, like, for me personally, why I feel like Shane Hooks didn't come.
Well, no, Shane, I told you, bro. Shane was
He doing Hollywood stuff. Yeah,
he was down here because what I'm telling you, I'm close to some of his folks down here, and we felt like they felt like he was a lock. But
yeah.
again, he wanted 5. I like you say, Coach Prime was gonna change, so I didn't get them from them. But there's no way I go somewhere to try to learn another quarterback when I already know Shador. I know Shador likes the way I run routes. He know where I'm gonna be at in routes. He know how to throw me the football. I just don't see the reason for going nowhere.
And on top of that, like he'd have been league bound. Like he would have
Oh,
had
no doubt,
opportunities.
no doubt.
Yep.
But the thing is, he got one more year. He got one more year. So let's see what happens.
Oh yeah, he graduated. Yeah, he could definitely.
He got one more year. So
He out of there.
this might be a humbling. It might be a humbling experience. He might get his butt on the train because he want to go to the NFL. And now you look up here at To out here. I could have been up here with To, same body type and all that, learning from the best. Now I'm down here at Ole Miss with Lane Kiffin, and he ain't giving me the football.
Hey, no, hey, Coach J, they say he had an Auburn.
He
Yeah,
is
Auburn. My
Auburn.
fault. He is Auburn. That's what he told. But see, that was another thing. He said he was going to Ole Miss, and then he committed from that and went to Auburn. So them people don't trust him like that. And Hugh Freeze don't know you like that. Hugh Freeze just got the job. He don't know you from a can of paint. You would have been better probably staying with Lane Kiffin in Mississippi, where the people in Mississippi know you.
And look how Mississippi doing good right now.
Who?
I said Mississippi doing good right now. Ole Miss.
I mean, the West wide open in the SEC.
Yeah.
The East. We gonna see whoever win out of Georgia and Kentucky this week. That's who gonna win the East. And if Georgia can't stop the run, Georgia gonna lose this weekend. Remember, I told y'all that.
I got Kentucky on the pick.
Hey, Kentucky looking real nice.
I'm telling you, if Georgia can't stop the run, Kentucky gonna win. And I'm not comfortable with none of Georgia receivers. Only person I like is the tight end, number 19.
Hey,
Miles.
y'all seen that one-handed catch he made the other day against Auburn?
But he did that multiple times. He didn't just do it one
Yeah, he
time.
did that. Listen. This what I didn't understand about Auburn. On third and long, a couple times, he has nobody else to throw the ball to but 19. I
I'm
just don't
doubling.
get it.
I'm doubling, tripling,
Yep, double down.
digging
You
ball.
don't have to throw the ball somewhere else but the 19. Every time they need the first down, they went to 19.
Bro,
He
it
caught
was
the ball.
3 people guarding him, and they still couldn't stop him.
Honestly, the way to beat Georgia, make the quarterback throw outside the numbers.
Right,
Every
right,
completion coming inside
right.
the hashes. You
You're
make
right.
that quarterback throw outside the hash, you beating Georgia. They running game not as
But
potent
they're
as it
not.
was
They're
years prior.
this
Quarterback
not
can't
their
throw
year.
outside the
This not their
hash.
year. Somebody
Yep.
else gonna win the national championship. Gonna be
Yep.
between. It's gonna be between Michigan. I
You
don't. I
trust
don't.
you trust JJ McCarthy?
I trust the running back, and I trust their
Yeah, the
defense
running
right
game and
now.
their defense is like that.
I think that
Yeah, I trust.
I think the dark horse is to win a national championship is gonna be Texas.
Is who?
Yes,
Texas.
sir.
Texas looking
Hey,
good
but
too.
then at the end of the day, Florida State, if y'all can't get it done this year, y'all ain't gonna get it done for a
Yeah,
while.
that's what I say.
Because that
It's
quarter
made
after this
for
boy leave, the quarterback they got behind him, I don't like him like that.
not it. Yeah,
Oh, Jordan
it's
Travis.
made for Texas and Florida State
But I
this
like
year
Jordan
again.
Travis, the dude they got behind Jordan Travis.
But do you
What?
think Jordan Travis could lead them to a national championship?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, they got enough
They
athletes to
better get
do
it
it.
done.
they receivers like that boy.
Jay, how do you feel about them? Because they got to play Miami and they got to play Florida. How you feeling about that?
So they gonna beat Florida to death. They gonna beat the Gators to death. They might beat them by 21.
Jeez. What about the Miami
Now
game? I think
That Miami
I
gonna be
think
a
that's gonna be
football
the game.
game. That's gonna be a
Yeah,
game. And it's gonna be a rivalry. It's
that's
gonna
gonna
probably
be.
it's gonna probably determine who going to the ACC championship. So yeah, it's gonna be a game.
It's
But
gonna
don't
be a
they still got
prime
to play
time
D?
game. I'll be
Don't they
excited to
still
watch
got to
that
play
one.
D?
Hopefully it
Say
don't
that
rain
again,
and nothing
Zion.
like that.
I said, don't they still got to play Duke?
I mean, Duke quarterback hurt,
Yeah,
Yeah,
he got a
his
high
ankle
ankle.
back up.
Yeah, he twisted his ankle.
and without that quarterback, Duke done.
Yeah, he got a high ankle sprain. He out for 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Forgot
so
about that.
I mean, that's the only way they was gonna beat them if they had that quarterback. Without that, I mean, that's the only way they was gonna have a chance. But again, this is back to what we talked about. Florida State is tested. They done been down. They done got knocked on their behind. They done got up. They done showed you fight. They done showed you grit. So we know they not gonna quit. So that's why I like them. But Miami got the athletes to match up.
Yep.
Miami
But
got
do
the
they have the
athletes to match up.
quarterback? I don't trust Van Dyke.
They got the trenches this year.
I
Miami.
don't trust Van. I don't trust Van Dyke, bro.
I mean, he getting it done right now, bro. So we can't even
Yeah.
really say much about it.
He like a
But you
roller coaster though, Coach Dre.
but here's the thing. You can
Bro. I'm not saying I disagree with you. I just say, bro, getting it done right now. So I ain't really got much to say. I ain't say that I
Actually, I got you. I
disagree
got
with trusting him, but he getting it done right now. So I ain't got much to say about it.
you. What you say, Rob?
I mean,
now go ahead, Coach Jay.
yeah. I mean, that's what it's gonna come down to. Uh,
For
hey,
me,
as much as we don't want to admit it, Washington a hell of a football team.
I
Hell
already
yeah.
admitted that.
Yep.
I already admitted that one though.
And they're
That's
a
why I
hell
said
of a
I'm
football team.
glad CU don't got to see Washington unless they see them in the Pac-12 championship game, bro.
Hell no. I don't want. I don't want them to play them at all.
Bro, they got the offense, they got the defense, they got the special team, they got everything that you need to win a national
Yeah,
championship.
I like them. I think they're gonna be in the top four when that first college playoff come out. I ain't gonna tell you no lie.
Yeah. Only
Hey,
thing I see about Washington, I don't think they uh
You don't
tough.
think what?
I don't think they
What you
tough.
mean?
They more of a finesse, like a finesse team. Like
Yeah.
when you think of Florida State
Yeah, they
tough.
finessing all right. They finessing ass whoopings
Miami,
out there playing.
hey,
But
JR
I
Boxer,
don't.
what game you been watching, bro?
I mean, I've been watching all the games, man.
They the best
Like
team. They the best team in the Pac-12 right now.
yeah, the best team in the Pac-12, but the Pac-12 is much of a finesse conference.
But
It,
Yeah,
it
but right now we the second
it's
best
more of a
conference in
finesse
football.
conference.
they're the second
We the
best
best.
conference
We the
in
second best
football.
conference in football right now.
They the second best. I will say this. Yes, they are the second best conference. Those first three games the Pac-12 played, going down their roster, first three games the Pac-12 played, they played a lot of the same teams. San Jose State, stuff
Yeah,
like
no
that.
doubt, no doubt,
A
no
lot of
doubt.
people gonna beat up on San Jose State. That's why I don't see Washington as a tough team. I see Oregon as a more physical team. The way Dan Lannon is like building that team like a SEC type defense. I don't see
They play each other.
Washington
They got to play each
like
other.
that.
Yes, they do, and I got Washington waxing them.
We'll see.
Washington and Oregon play each other.
Yes, they
Yeah,
do.
Yeah, we'll
Oregon's
see.
gonna be
Yeah,
more small.
I don't know about waxing. I think they're gonna win.
They
But
gonna win.
Yeah, I
I
don't know about
see.
what you said waxing though. That means
No,
about
no. Why I'm
14 to
saying that, Coach
21.
Drake? Coach Drake, why I'm saying that, they got Adunze, that wide receiver, and they got another wide receiver on the other side. I like that.
Washington got a deep wide receiver core, right? They got the
But
chunk
yeah, but can they
match
stop
up
the
the run.
run though is the question. Oregon
Yeah,
gonna
They
want
got
to
a
run the ball.
defense. They got
Say
a
it again,
defense.
Zion. Say it again, Zion. Who got a defense? You talking about Washington?
Yes.
I like them. I like them. I like them in the Final Four. Whoever win the pack, this the thing. Whoever win the Pac-12 this year, they're gonna be at the Final Four.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
But
what
it's
I've been
gonna be
saying.
dog eat dog though.
USC, man, what USC is gonna lose? If
Two
USC gonna
games.
play
They
Washington,
gonna lose 2 games.
yeah,
You're gonna lose 2 games.
the defense was
They
gonna
they
stop.
use they defense is spec, and I'm talking about suspect.
USC's gonna lose to Oregon and Washington and maybe Oregon State.
No, I
Facts.
don't see USC losing all that.
Facts.
Yeah,
I
no,
think USC lose one.
no, they
Yes,
gonna.
They're
55
gonna lose
points a
to Oregon
game.
State, bro.
Listen to what I'm saying. Hey,
55
listen.
points a game. Regardless of what their defense scoring, is stopping. USC high scoring offense in the country. They gonna put
Right,
up their points.
Jay.
So if
But
you
Jay,
can't
listen.
stop
Jay,
them from
listen though.
scoring,
Colorado.
that's an issue. I mean, they put up 48 points. That's right around the mark of their average.
But
Hey,
here's the
14
thing.
of them
48,
points.
55.
14 of them points were gimmies though.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing
They
with
still
Lincoln
put up the
Riley.
points.
When Lincoln Riley gets the big games, they always lose.
He fold.
They gonna
55
lose to
points. 55 points.
listen. They gonna lose to Oregon because Oregon's gonna be more physical than them, and they ain't gonna better stop the run. And that's who they gonna control the clock to keep Canada off the field. And Oregon State's gonna do the same thing they did last year. They're gonna run the ball
Run the ball.
down USC so they can keep Caleb off the field.
That's who
And
I see.
Caleb
I
and
see
Caleb
USC
good for
losing to
and
Oregon.
Caleb good for one pick. Caleb good for one pick.
I don't see him losing to Washington, and that's just my analysis. Is Washington is just more of a finesse team? That's just me, and I believe that USC has better athletes than Washington.
Hey Jay,
Hell no.
hey Jay,
University of
whenever
Washington
that
has a
game come
good
on, make sure you
scheme.
come on here because I want to make sure I rag on you real
I'm
hard because
just
that ain't
saying,
happening.
man.
Do you believe that?
USC has better athletes than Washington, man. Washington scheme
You
it
talking
up
about on
well.
offense?
They do.
You talking
They
about
scheme
on
it up
offense?
well. On offense, yeah. On offense, they scheme it up well. On
Okay.
defense,
I
Washington
give you
defense
offense.
is better, but I don't think Washington defense will stop
I'm
USC
talking,
from scoring 55
JR,
points.
we talking about overall team, bro. We ain't just talking about one side of the ball.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Is Washington defense stopping USC from scoring their
I,
average
Yeah.
55 points? No,
Yeah.
they're not. They
I
are
think you'll
not
be.
stopping USC from scoring
I think
55
you'll be.
points.
I think you're gonna be surprised by Washington, man, when they line
I
up.
think
Bro,
the
USC
only
had
defense that's gonna
competition
stop.
from Arizona State, bro. What you think Washington gonna do to them?
I think the only team stopping USC from scoring their average of 55 points will be Oregon. Oregon has a fast, tough defense. The rest of the Washington defense, they're good. They're not tough. They can get the ball ran on. They can get the ball thrown on them. It's happened this year. How many points? Somebody Google it. How many points Washington give up on defense? How many points Washington giving up on defense? How many points Washington giving up on defense? Just look at it.
Hold on. I'll look it up for you. Hold on.
Right now, look it up.
Man.
Hey, JR, you tripping, bro? Rob shaking his head.
All right, we're gonna see.
For
I'm gonna come
me,
back on. It's the
for me
same thing I told
personally,
y'all about
go ahead.
USC and Colorado.
They only average
Caleb
giving up
Williams gonna
21
float
points,
around for
bro.
5-6 seconds, and he gonna throw it to the
They
open receiver.
Jay, they only
That's
average.
what
They only
happened.
giving up 21 points.
21 points. Now, do you see them stopping USC from scoring 55 points?
Yes.
No, no way, man. No
Listen,
way.
What I would say to you in this
It's gonna be the
situation,
same highlight every week. Caleb Williams scramble around, throw it
who he
deep,
besides playing
wide
us,
open.
who else he done played? Besides playing us, who else Caleb done played?
That's what I'm saying. Hey, most of the teams in the Pac-12 ain't played nobody the first 3 games of the season.
But
We
we
wasn't
five right
completely
now though.
two
Gerard.
weeks ago. A lot of us wasn't completely sold on Bo Nix, and then he went out there and threw 23 for
I
26
still ain't
against
sold on Bo
USC.
Nix.
We
I
wasn't
still
sold
ain't
on Bo
sold on
Nix,
Bo
but he
Nix.
did it against
I
Colorado.
just think we had the wrong people back there in the secondary. I still ain't sold on Bo Nix.
I'm not sold on Bo Nix. I don't know about nobody else.
Now, Bo Nix played a solid game last week too.
Who they played last week?
Stanford and Stanford get in the business for 2 quarters.
But he still played a solid game. Look
Bro,
at the numbers. The numbers
it
speak
was
for itself.
it was 3-3 going into halftime, bro. That is unacceptable.
The numbers speak for themselves, man. They ran the ball more than they passed it. I think Bo Nix was like 26 or 30 or something like that, and he still threw for almost 300 yards
I
Hey,
against
J.
If
Stanford.
you
Hold up,
give
J.
if you give Bo Nix the pre-snap read, he will be good. But if you confuse him, like that's what I thought Charles Kelly should have did. I think we should have mixed up the blitz and disguise some of our coverages. I don't think we did that too well when we play. I'm just saying when we played them.
I would say
So if you give Bo Nix a quarterback with that kind of seeds and poise, the same thing I told y'all about Colorado State, he will pick you apart because I can see where I'm going with the ball before the ball even snaps.
Yeah, that's
I
what we
tell
were
you
saying
this.
about USC
I tell you
with
this.
No,
Caleb Williams.
that ain't what was going on with USC. We was getting some pass rush against USC. Caleb Young just used his feet and moved around
Yep.
and found people down the field, and then we had people back there with that lackluster effort. And I ain't gonna
Yeah,
say no
no, no,
names.
no.
So,
That's what I'm saying as far as like, go ahead, Rob. My bad.
No, I'm just gonna make this one point. I would say this: Oregon and Colorado line this thing back up in a Pac-12 championship game is gonna be a complete difference.
Hell yes, most definitely.
Who? Colorado and Oregon?
Yeah,
Yeah,
No, dog.
bro.
No.
They had Travis J limping trying to guard
No,
their
dog.
wide receivers, bro.
I look, I'm a Coach Prime fan. He ain't got the horses yet.
Jay,
He
Jay,
even said himself, I'm
Jay,
7, 8
listen.
dogs away. He ain't got the
Listen,
horses yet
okay,
to,
now
to
Jay,
keep up
listen
with
to this.
Oregon.
Listen to what you're saying. Okay, that's great. Travis Hunter gonna be out there. We gonna lock up old boy over there. I'm gonna take
Okay.
Cremoni and lock up the other old boy. Now I'm gonna put Slush in the slot. You understand what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
them two receivers, we gonna take them boys away. You gonna have to figure something else out. Ain't gonna be no pre-snap read because I'm gonna go lock on the outside with Hunter and Cremoni. So it's a
Okay.
different feel for Bo Nix. Bo Nix ain't gonna have a pre-snap read, and now I can blitz a little bit more. You can blitz more when you trust them boys on the outside locking up. So yeah,
And
it's gonna
that,
be a little different.
you
Coach, you
gonna
know
see
better
Roger
than
Boy.
anybody else. That's one side of the ball. Who's stopping the run on CU? We ain't stopped the run all year.
Hey, Law
Confident.
Dog.
Yo,
USC didn't run the ball enough to be effective against
They had 85 yards
CU's
the whole game.
defense, but
85 yards. Hey, Law Dog, answer me this
yo.
one question. Do you got USC beating Washington?
Um,
come on, speak the truth, Law Dog. Speak it. We be on the same tune, Law Dog. Speak the truth.
Hold up,
I mean,
Bill.
if I
Hold up,
if
Bill.
I if I was putting my money, I probably take USC.
You
Thank you.
what?
Thank you.
I think Caleb Williams, bro. I think Caleb Williams will outplay Penix.
Thank you.
Penix always have monster stats, bro. Then he kind of like drop off at the end of the year.
But he got an overall team.
I mean, he cold. I mean, this might be the year. I mean, Washington. This might be Washington year, bro. They look damn good, bro. It's just I can't I can't really take nobody over Caleb Williams at this point, bro.
Wow.
I get it. I get it. It starts with the QB, but
Yeah, I like
still got no
QB.
bad defense,
At the end
man.
of the day, bro, the QB what pops it off. You know what I'm saying? And Caleb look like he finna win the Heisman again, bro.
You do.
All right. So how many losses you got USC having this year?
Probably about two.
I got 2 or 3.
Yeah, about 2 or 3.
I say one.
You said what?
Oh yeah, you
One.
tripping. You
Oregon.
basically saying they going
That's the
into
only person they lose against, man. Oregon.
Man, you tripping, bro.
All right, we're gonna come
Man,
back to this.
So Jay, you saying USC gonna win that championship?
No, they ain't winning national championship.
That's basically
But
what
they gonna win the
That's what you saying,
Pac-12.
bro.
They gonna win the
one
Pac-12.
loss. That's yeah. I mean,
They gonna win the Pac-12. But they ain't gonna win the national
I might
championship.
agree.
They win the Pac-12 though.
So you say they gonna have 2 losses?
Yeah, they're gonna have 2 losses. They're gonna lose once in the Pac-12 and then one in the college football playoff. They're gonna be the team out the Pac-12. Come to the I'm just thinking more so Pac-12 because that's all we talking about is Pac-12.
No, we talking about Pac. Yeah, just Pac-12.
We're talking about Pac-12. I see them losing one game in Pac-12.
Bro, they losing 2 games,
honest,
bro.
though, I ain't gonna lie though. To be honest, if I had to pick a winner for, I'd probably go Washington. I mean, but you can't count Oregon out, bro. Did y'all see Oregon O-line?
Yeah, Oregon look good. That's why I said USC
Oregon
losing
O-line is, and then they defense geeked up too. So I don't know, bro. It's a 3-headed monster, bro. See you out of it. Yeah, I know. I see.
No, CU not in it right now. CU not in it. We already know that.
We not on that no more.
Yeah,
I mean, we not on that no more. Nobody in here, ain't nobody in here delusional on that. I told you at the beginning of the year, I had 8-4 to 9-3. So I'm not delusional to say that.
You still, Coach Dre, you still on the 8-4, 9-3.
I'm still.
I'm still on that.
So they gonna run the table pretty much this whole month.
They could beat UCLA.
I got them going 7-6.
I don't see no 6 losses. Give me the other losses.
Oregon State, Utah. They're gonna lose Utah at home.
Hell no.
Oregon State.
How about that, bro?
They probably
Oregon State, Utah. Go ahead. Let me finish.
That's just 2.
Let me finish. Oregon State, Utah. Go ahead.
Nah, that's just 2. Yeah, you're right. 8-4 sound good. That's just 2. Oregon State, Utah. You're right. Hey man, I admit when I'm wrong. 8-4 sound better. That's for sure.
You said Oregon State. Who else?
Utah.
He said Oregon State and Utah.
It's hard to play. It's hard to play in Utah.
State too.
I don't know.
I forgot about Washington State. I forgot about Washington State.
Cam Ward looking good,
right,
but
we beat them. We beat them. I think we're gonna be. That's why I say we're gonna be 9-3 to 8-4.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why though. I'm gonna give you one reason and one reason why. Tank 6-6 season. Tank.
I can't argue. I can't argue with him.
Hide him. There's no way you can hide him, Coach. You can't hide him.
We said we weren't using names, Law Dog.
My bad, Rob.
Left tackle.
My bad. I ain't know, bro. My bad, Rob. My bad.
No, you good, bro. You good.
Okay, hey, Law Dog, they be watching, bro. They be on here, so you can't call them names.
Man, listen, bro. Tank, you pull up. I mean, damn.
No, you good. You good. Say what you gonna say.
Man, pull up my footage, bro. I can send you some teach tape, bro. Cause like, bro. Man, bro.
Say what you gonna say, Law Dog. Whatever you gonna say it, dog.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, he the new barbecue, bro. He the new flavor.
Yeah, bro.
Seriously, bro. I'm not saying, bro.
If you saying 6-6,
he's sweet and sour.
Yeah, I'm saying 6-6.
If you saying 6-6, give me the other losses, bro. That's all I'm asking.
Okay. Well, I got you. Man, to be honest, man, I know y'all gonna lose a gimme, bro. And it's easy. Let me say, okay, I say this. Since Travis not gonna be back, y'all gonna lose next week.
You gonna lose when?
Y'all gonna lose.
You say next week? Come on, dog.
That's Stanford, bro.
You talking about we gonna lose Saturday? You talking about Stanford?
Nah, it's Stanford this week.
No,
Arizona State. Yeah, that's gonna be a loss.
What?
Come on, man. Bro, all we gotta do is stop Scatterboo. That's all we gotta stop is Scatterboo, bro.
Law Dog, they only 3rd string quarterback. You think a 3rd string quarterback gonna come in and beat us?
Hey man, listen. What's the name?
I'm just asking, Law.
Let me give context. what's the name walked up off the bench, bro, and went for like 200.
Who?
Omarion. So it's quite, bro. This is the thing, bro. This is why I say now. If you want me to go schedule for schedule, let's pull up. Okay, look, Zion, give me the schedule, and I'm gonna tell you what because I can't do
All
both.
right,
But
hold
I'm gonna
on.
tell
I'm
y'all
coming.
why.
I'm
First,
coming.
bro,
I'm
the O
coming.
line. Listen, your right tackle just went down. Right, he out for this game. Reggie Young is not a quality. He not even really. He wasn't even able to beat out Tank for the left tackle position. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like,
All
and he was a starter at his previous school, bro.
right,
There's no
all right.
way if you don't got a decent left tackle, like your left tackle is at least supposed to be your best offensive lineman at best.
That's facts.
At
Yeah,
best,
that's
like the
fact. I
best,
give you
the
that.
most talented lineman you got, you gonna put him at the left. He your worst person, bro. So with that, I'm like that you can handicap Shadur by singling this man out alone. All you do is got to put one pass rusher over there and keep him fresh, bro. And it's food, bro. It's man. Listen,
All right, I got the schedule. Oregon or Arizona State,
I got a loss,
Stanford,
a win,
UCLA.
win.
Hold on, time out.
Ask me why.
No. So you got us beating UCLA, but you got us losing to Arizona State.
Yeah,
Arizona
y'all
State.
playing over there in Arizona State. It's hard to win over there.
We playing UCLA.
I said, yeah. I mean, UCLA, they got Chip Kelly, bro. I don't really believe in him no more, bro. His time came and went.
All right, I'm gonna let you answer. I just got to ask the question. Go ahead.
Keep going, Zion.
After UCLA is what?
So with that being said, right? So that's 2 more wins, right? So that puts us at 5-3.
Right.
Okay. I just want to make sure we got it clear.
Zion,
Right,
what's the rest of the schedule?
I know it's Washington State.
No, it should be Arizona should be next.
Y'all beat
Arizona.
Arizona, y'all beat Arizona, and then y'all lose out pretty much 6-6.
And then we got Oregon State, Washington
Loss.
State, and
And
Utah.
Loss.
I don't see them losing 3 of those. I see they dropping
Man,
Utah.
listen. Okay,
Utah don't impress me. Like, what
They
is
beat
y'all
Oregon
watching,
State.
bro?
okay, when
Y'all know
Tank
Cam. Y'all know Cam Rising coming off an ACL though, right?
man, listen, it don't matter. Listen, at the end of the day, the left tackle, right? Let me just answer this question. Anybody, I pose this question to anybody. Tank is unplayable, right? I mean,
We know
damn.
that.
Okay, he unplayable, right?
Who?
Your left tackle,
Who?
right?
The left tackle.
How do you address that?
Listen. Listen. This is what I'm gonna say. He he's he's inadequate in certain stuff. I'm sorry for cussing. He's inadequate in certain stuff. What I think we need to do to get alignment comfortable is I think we got to come out and we got to establish ourselves and go forward. So I want to see him run. I want to maul somebody first. So I think we come out. It's just me, and we can run the ball and establish that. I think he can get better. I'm not saying he's gonna be the world beater at pass blocking, but I think he can get better if we can establish that we can run the ball. So
Okay.
I will say that if that helps.
Right.
So I'm not saying that it's fixable, but I think we can. We got a leak. I think we can plug it.
Right. Okay. My counter to that, coach, is that first CU is a notorious slow starting team, right?
No doubt,
They
Paul.
start slow. This is my logic. I'm just gonna let y'all into my logic. They notoriously start slow. You see what I'm saying? And establishing a run is really not in their DNA because they don't have the personnel. You see what I'm saying? And it's hard for them to play from behind a lot. You see what I'm saying? So you can't try to establish the run and play from behind and have a left tackle to where at this point your right tackle down too. You know what I'm saying? So whenever he gets back and try to play from behind, and then when it comes to those long, CU is notoriously they get penalized a lot, so they live in a lot of 2nd and 20s, 3rd and 22.
We don't get penalized that a lot. It's only like 1.5
I'm
Yeah,
saying,
that was 2
but
games.
he gets sacked a lot too, though.
That's true. Now that's
So
true.
But a lot of that ain't on the offensive line though, neither, Law. A lot
no,
of that
I'm
is
saying
Shador
I'm
holding
just
the
saying
ball.
I'm just stating what it is though. Whether it's the penalties, the run game is inefficient, he gets sacked, the Jimmy get the ball and fall down, whatever it is, they live in a second and long and a third and long, right? Plenty of times, right? And Sean Lewis's counter to those thirds is screens. You see what I'm saying? So when you running screens and you really don't got no run game, and you can't really push the ball down the field, like they still
But
haven't
but
been able to stretch the field yet.
but okay, Law, I got you. But check this out. Now, when you've been coming to the game, you've been trying to stop who? 5 and 10. Well, hell, now I'm finna put 14 out there. That takes somebody else out the box, right? Right?
Potentially. Potentially.
Potentially. Okay, I'll go for that potentially. But so what I'm telling you is, so let's just say we go on whatever. I say twins, right? So I got 10 and 14. I got my tight end Mikey, and then I got the boy backside, right? But if I flex Mikey out or I put in Javon and Antonio and I got doubles on both sides, what we doing? Now I got everybody out the box and it should match up well for me to run the ball. Or I'm gonna get these boys the ball quickly. So to me, you just gotta out scheme. You gotta scheme around. You can scheme around that tackle, bro. That's all I'm saying. You can
That's what
scheme
I was
around.
saying the other day. Everybody laughed at me though.
Yeah, it
I
kicked me.
About
said
what?
the
It kicked me out,
same
coach. My bad,
thing.
coach.
Go ahead,
Coach,
Papa.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Coach Dre, for saying that. Thank you,
coach,
Coach.
what you said, man? I missed it. Can you run it back?
Oh, I'll say so. What I'm telling you is, so let's just say we go on our normal offensive split, which is two wide to one side, the tight end with So I got 10 and 14, Mikey at the tight end with five out wide, right? But
Right.
now let's say I'm gonna scheme it this way. I'm gonna put Javon Antonio or six in the slot. Also, I'm gonna go twins to both sides with my running back.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Now whatever defense you in, that linebacker or somebody or that safety, either you gonna have to apex it, and I take that linebacker out the box, and now it gives my offensive line a better box to block. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is he got to scheme around the. You can scheme around the tackle. You get
Yeah,
what you understand what I'm saying?
yeah, coach. That's so hard though. At this level, it,
How,
it's to scheme up a bad left tackle. I can see maybe the
bro?
right tackle.
They did it on Saturday against USC. They
Yeah.
went
Bro,
they
You
went
just got to.
trips. They went trips on one side and they left um either Javon or they left Miller on the back side at the X, right? And they ran the ball against USC.
You got what
Dang.
I'm telling you is what I'm talking about is football logic. I ain't talking about nothing else but football logic. If you're a football person and I'm going twins. I don't care what defense you in. Either your safety got to come down or you apexing that linebacker out there. Now, how many people in the box?
I mean, you really got. I mean, but it depends on really what defense you playing too, because you can just throw a
I,
two
I
high
agree.
too.
I agree with that. But it's still what I'm saying is a lighter box. It's a more
Yeah.
blockable box.
It'll be
That's all I'm
five
saying.
in the box, five
hold
in the
on,
box,
man.
six in the back.
No, it's gonna be a little more. It might be right at about six, maybe
Yeah, right
seven,
at
but
about
six.
six, maybe
You're right
seven
about six.
with the rover. If you got the rover that play the alley, like you know how that
Now
guy
I
rock
sit.
down.
What I'm telling you is now I send this man in motion, like bro just said, and I got trips
Okay,
on the other
okay,
side. You gotta adjust.
right.
Like I said, I heard somebody say you gotta put that motion in there because if I send that man in motion, I got trips on the other side. And the backside is now this linebacker or this safety gonna have to roll. Now
Right.
we should have one-on-one backside. The slant should be open. It's a way to scheme around it, bro. I
It's
promise you,
man.
me and bro was texting back and forth all day. I can scheme that shit up, bro. I promise
Yeah,
you.
I feel like I quite possibly think you might can scheme it up, coach. But from what I've been seeing lately, man, I I listen.
I'm like
I'm
you, Raw
just
Dog. I'm
I
nervous, man.
this is me being me. This is me being true to my prediction too. You see what I'm saying? I said 6-6 from the door when Tyler
Okay,
Brown. What? when Tyler Brown got
Got
ineligible.
when they said he was ineligible.
Yep, I said, oh, 6-6. I took all my bets off. I said, yep. I said
Okay,
that's
hey,
all I
Lord,
needed.
so okay, ask me this. So if Tyler Brown was at guard right now with 69 at left tackle doing what he's doing right now, would you still feel the same way?
I feel like no. I actually feel like it's actually a little better because your run game is your run game is there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would say this: if Tyler Brown was there, I don't. I think Tank would be out the lineup. I
Right,
believe no, not
right.
me. Not let me say I think. I believe because Rock was the leader of the offensive line, and so he could tell them, "Hey, bro, I ain't got it. Take him out." And
Hey,
so
he
they
can say that
missing a
now.
leader.
Look at that.
I mean, but
Hey, now,
that's what I'm
so
saying. He
boy.
hasn't been.
Yeah, bro.
Listen, he hasn't been. See, okay, this is what I know to be true about it online. If you got a guard that's capable, what you to help Tank, what they might have to do is start sliding the line to a side. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
Yeah, yeah,
You do.
yeah,
I agree
yeah.
with that. They need
right,
to.
you can, but
I told you I scheme this thing up. They need to go to what we call is 2 jet or 3 jet. So if we going to the left, if we going to the left, we going 2 jet. If we going to the right, we going 3 jet. And all we
right,
doing is slide. I don't actually have a what's it called. What I'm saying is I'm sliding down and taking a gap. I don't actually have a man. You get what I'm
right. You
saying?
got a gap,
And
right?
now this tackle, whoever the outside man is, that's who I got. You get what I'm
But I,
saying? So
but I don't.
so it's
Yeah,
I don't know,
go ahead.
bro.
Go
But you
ahead.
can
But
scheme around it.
yeah,
They can also roll the pocket more though.
but I don't. When they tried to roll the pocket during the game, it looked terrible.
Do what
Tank
side? What
still
side?
got beat. Tank
I'm
still
saying
got
they
beat
can't do it to the
backside when
left
they when
side.
they ran when they rolled it to the right on that.
they always gonna roll to the right. They're not gonna roll to Tank's
Yeah,
side.
but yeah.
But I'm
I,
saying that backside tackle has to do his job though.
Yeah. But
When you
all
roll
right,
the pocket like that, the quarterback is completely naked on the backside, bro. So you
mm,
got to be able to hold up for him to deliver it, bro.
yeah.
Tank, I mean, I'm man, listen, bro. I'm sorry, bro, about saying his name, bro, but they don't need to call him Tank no more.
I
He need,
told you his name is Charmin.
oh yeah,
Charmin.
his name is Sharman
Stop.
from now on.
Stop.
I told y'all
All
three
right.
weeks I came on here, man, about Tank.
And we
I
got
don't
Hey, Rob,
understand it,
what you
bro.
got, Rob? What you got,
no,
Rob?
we got a super
Hey,
chat.
read
We
that
got a
super
super
chat,
chat.
Rob. Read the super chat.
The super chat is to Coach Dre though. Coach Dre, can you speak on the moves Coach Prime has done to get the pipeline going? And with Slusher back and Shiloh, what happens with Cam and Roger Ward?
Uh, I mean, as far as the pipeline in Florida, I mean, he gonna have that. He got connections. He know a lot of people. A lot of people respect him. Uh, and like I say, you got Coach Nick here, guy who ran your 7-on-7 and stuff like that. So he definitely has what he needs. Coach Cheney's from here. Coach Flea from here. Uh, there's a few other coaches that he has on the staff that's from Florida. So we definitely have the Florida pipeline. It's open.
Cheney.
It's open for business. Um, as far as with Shiloh and Slush come back again, I said this earlier. You can't take Simon Craig off the field. He lead the Pac-10 in picks. You can't take Simon Craig off the field. Uh, as much as people don't want to hear it, the kid that plays the other safety spot, I feel we done gave him his chances. Uh, you got to come off for right now. Um,
TW.
Talking about
TW.
T-Dub, T-Dub. Yeah. Yeah, he got to
you got
go.
to come.
I ain't gonna lie.
You got to come off right now. And Roger Ward is the guy that's that's the guy who I'm right now who's coming in and out. He my guy switch in and out. I got a 5-man rotation right now, and with Ward being the man, I can switch in and out. Uh, what y'all do with that other kid is up to y'all. We done gave him a chance, and I love him. I think he a great kid. Uh, I think at another school where he can hit somebody, I think he can go somewhere and play outside linebacker. I think we doing him a disservice playing him back there. And it's not about his. I don't like the kid's effort. I'm just being honest with y'all. It's too many plays I can go point out where he just he just looked like he just gave up or he wasn't running or he wasn't trying. And for me, that don't go. So he just have to come and sit on the sideline with me. But that ain't my call. But that's what I would do. To me, Shiloh, I would go with 21 and 7 with 18 and and 1 or 3 with 12. However you want to go. That would be my secondary right now.
Hey,
Yeah.
what game was you watching where Ward was getting mossed, bro? Like he made a slip and Mario Williams made a play on the ball. That's the only catch that he gave up all day.
Yeah,
Ward.
I ain't seen no Moss, but
Yeah, that's why
he
I'm
played
confused,
solid.
bro.
He played real good. But like I said, I'm still worried about the ASU game a little bit, guys. I'm not gonna lie, man. I done watched a little ASU tape. They a lot of
They're good.
injuries, but they still a well
They're
coached
good. They're
football
a good
team.
football team. They got no
Yep.
doubt about that, bro. They're good. They're a good football team. But again, I keep saying this. We can't overlook nobody. We want to be 1-0 this week. That's all we care about. Being one
Yep.
and 0 after Saturday night. I don't care about nothing else. I want to be 1-0 after Saturday night.
Yeah. That.
How we get there, it matters because I want the defense to play better. I want us to start faster. My dog, Law Dog, makes some great points. We do start slow. I think we need to stop deferring. I think we need to take the ball first. But that's just me. Just to switch it up, just to let's see what we can do if we get the ball first. But
I
again,
like that. I think they should play with more rhythm to start off. I think they try to focus too much on pace, moving fast on offense. I think they should start with more rhythm. Just be more
well,
methodical moving the football and
this is what
then
I think they
build
should
into a
do.
pace.
Right. You and me on the same play. I think if we get 3 or more yards, I think we need to get right back on the ball. But if we get stopped, I think we need to come back and regroup, then go out and run a play. I don't think
Yep.
we need to try to we lose 3 yards, and we right back on the ball trying to run a play. No, I think we need to come to the huddle, then go back. If we get 3 yards of positive, then we go get back on the ball.
Can I ask
Yes,
y'all a question? Had they pulled the guards anything, done any traps, anything on the run game?
They did this past weekend against USC. They
Yeah,
did.
they did a lot of different things with USC. They actually opened up the playbook and ran a lot of different things.
Cause Kent State, that's what they were doing last year. Kent State traps and sweeps and stuff a lot.
and then again, fellas, when we keep talking about Kent State, Sean Lewis had been there for 5 years. A lot of the kids, like they know this offense like the back of their hand. Some of these kids only done been in this offense for 3, 4 months.
He
Some of the
put too
boys they
much on.
got
Okay, I
there.
got you saying. Put too much
You
on.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the more familiar you get with the offense, the more better it runs.
I agree, but I disagree on with you, coach, cause pull
Go ahead, Tim.
a trap play, that's simple. A trap play. You know what I'm saying? A sweep, that's simple. I'm saying that this is the basic run plays to see who they work. Cause the only thing he doing is doing a dive.
Nobody runs simple run plays no more,
No, I'm
bro.
not saying.
I
I'm
mean,
saying he just getting a dive, just going to try to dive or hat on hat. Why he going to try to do like misdirection with the run game?
Oh, like a counter. Yeah,
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
misdirection.
Yeah,
Try
yeah.
to get the linemen more leverage to block. Still, just let them go on toe to toe. They can't do that.
we
I don't think
we
I
need
don't
to.
think they did a bad job against USC. I think they attacked it very well against USC.
Yeah, I think they
And
ran well.
we could have had more yards if Hankerson ain't trying to run over everybody and just make a simple juke move and get about that thing. But
But Miss Tanisha said it early in the first chat earlier today though. USC just don't tackle well though.
Yeah,
They
they
don't
don't.
tackle well, so that could be an illusion that what
So
we
that's
saw
what
with
we
CU
saying,
run
guys.
game. I
If
hope
y'all
not
think
though.
USC don't tackle well, and Oregon got 2 backs that can run that thing, like what we
Yeah,
talking about?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
that's my point with like Oregon State versus USC. Like Oregon State gonna run that ball. They got a great running back, and if they can't tackle,
They got South
Yeah.
Carolina.
That's why I said USC lose to Oregon. That's the one team I see beating them. I mean I'm sold
Washington.
on
If
Washington,
USC
but
play Washington get them too.
to me I mean
hey,
I ain't
Oregon.
watched enough Oregon State to
Listen,
know about
Oregon
their
State
team yet.
almost beat them last year. Like USC got a lucky call at the end to win that game. Oregon State is gonna go with that same game plan. They feel like they're gonna run the
What
ball on them, and
Oregon
they're gonna
State
have
beat
success.
Oregon.
55 points, a lot of points though, Rob. I don't know about that, man.
But
They didn't
55
score
that
points.
average is
55.
gonna come
You,
down.
They
every
are.
team ain't scoring 50. Only other
They
team
are.
scoring close to 55 points is Oregon.
They
But
are.
that
They
But
didn't
they
score
dropped
55
81 on
against.
Portland
They
State.
didn't,
So, you
they
know.
didn't score 55 against ASU.
that
But they
that
still
average is
averaging
55.
55 though.
That 55 number finna come down. They don't average 55 now because they didn't get 55 against Colorado. So that
Yeah,
number finna keep
it's
coming down.
probably 50 now, maybe 50. You know, if
An
I
average.
just do some quick calculations, probably 50 points a game now. I mean, so they're still scoring 50 points a game.
What's
That's a
the
lot of
final?
But
points.
What's the final
here's the
score?
thing.
Arizona
Here's the
State.
thing, fellas. Though, if we keep knocking each other off, ain't no Pac-12 team gonna get in the Final Four.
Nope.
So you do want one of them teams to be dominant, either Washington, Oregon, or USC, because if we knock each other off and have round robin, they gonna let two SEC teams in the Final Four. Like that's what they really want to do anyway.
Yeah.
But what two
I,
SEC teams be in there though? Georgia and who else?
There's
typically, it's
Georgia.
like Georgia and
Shit,
Alabama, but it ain't gonna
don't
be.
put
It
Georgia, don't
probably
put
just be
Georgia in
Georgia
there.
this year.
Hey,
I don't
don't
know
put
about
Georgia
Georgia,
in there till
man.
after this week, because if
Who
they
they
lose
got
to
this week?
Kentucky, they not going. Huh?
Mess around and beat Kentucky this year. Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
if they lose to
I don't
Kentucky, they
know,
not
man.
going.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't know about Georgia this year, man.
You don't know about what?
Georgia.
About
I
Georgia.
don't. They look
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Kentucky.
I'm not sold on them. I don't trust Carson Beck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I said that too, and somebody called me a hater.
Yeah, cause he had a
Yeah.
one read at the end, throw it on the tight end. That's all he was doing. Throw the tight end,
So
tight end.
with my nervousness about with me being nervous about ASU and Colorado, I'm sorry I keep bringing it back to this. What y'all think we gonna do with Scatterboo, man? Is he gonna run all over us?
Load
That's
the
a good
box.
This is
question.
Load the
a
box.
real question. I mean, that boy
Load the.
Scatterboo can run that ball.
You know what
They
I
gonna
said?
run
Listen,
it.
guys.
Load
Hey,
the box,
listen.
bro. Force them to throw.
Listen, guys. Listen, guys. You gonna see a little bit more intensity. You gonna see a little bit of that Florida water sprinkled in there this week on that defensive line. Just remember, I told you that it's gonna be a little more. It's gonna be a little more doggy dog than what you've been seeing. Uh, so I feel like Nine been playing his ass off. I like the way 88 been playing. 844 been playing. Like
Mm-hmm.
we can't say we didn't get no pass rush last week, fellas.
Yeah.
We can't say that.
Yeah.
Like nobody can say they watched the game and we didn't get no pass rush.
I like.
We had zero bottled up. We just got to make the tackles right there. They don't score that touchdown. So it's like we right there. We on the cusp. And if you ain't, they got Caleb Williams. These people got their third string quarterback. Now I'm not saying the boy can't come in here and have a magical day. I just don't think he will.
But to be honest, Scatterboo doing everything for them. He passing,
I
running,
mean, yeah,
catching. Like
kicking,
He the
he
whole
doing
damn
everything.
offense.
they don't
He
even
on
they ain't even
special
really using
teams.
the third string quarterback like that. They put that thing in
They
Scatterboo's hand. It's
they
like
they
He
won't
the
Scatterboo.
be they
whole
won't be
offense.
they won't be able to keep up with CU offense though for points wise.
Hell no.
That's why I say see. That's why I'm looking at some games. Like I'm gonna tell you a game that is upset alert. Washington State playing UCLA. UCLA gonna beat Washington State this Saturday.
What?
They
They
No.
playing
got
they playing at
Washington State.
UCLA.
They got Washington State winning that game. Oh, losing that game.
I'm trying to tell y'all they getting
Really?
3 points.
Washington
Hey,
State.
y'all
UCLA
act like
freshman
Quarterback
quarterback.
at
UCLA is
UCLA?
a top 25 team right now.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't
I
see
mean, I
UCLA
don't.
beating Washington
I agree.
State.
I agree. I don't trust Chip Kelly,
I
I
don't.
don't
but
trust
But
you.
at home, I think they get it. The on UCLA and the over. They gonna score.
Hmm, I don't see it. I mean, UCLA defense is. I mean, they front four is good, but I don't really see nothing else on UCLA team that make me think that they can beat Washington State.
They got
Hey,
the they
but
got the running
you got to
backs.
also understand UCLA and USC still got to play. It's a rivalry game. So
Mm-hmm.
if you come out
Yeah.
here and you don't play to the best of your ability, these boys can speak up and beat USC. So you still got to put that into to context. Same thing. Oregon State and Oregon ain't gonna be no pushover game,
Mm-mm.
right?
Hmm.
So
No, you're
it's a
right.
possibility that we can knock ourselves out as a Pac-12. We can knock ourselves out from the Final Four. Washington, the only team I feel strong enough that can't get knocked off because Penix for real.
Yeah, Penix defense real. Yeah.
Everybody, I look at like the Pac-12. Everybody gonna have 2 losses. Like that's just because
I said that.
it's just too much. Like everybody
If
competing
you
this
got two
last
losses,
year.
Robert, we got 2 losses. Ain't nobody going to the Final Four, bro.
Yeah,
Ev-
I agree. I
Everybody but
agree.
USC will have 2 losses. USC had one. I mean, USC had 2 losses by the end of the year, but only one loss in the Pac-12.
Man, you
I think
tripping, bro?
So you
You
think
got
Notre
too
Oh,
Dame
much
gonna beat
come
USC?
on.
USC, bro.
You think Notre Dame
Hey,
gonna beat them?
hey, somebody gonna look up
No.
USC schedule and
Hold up,
let's see if some of them games back to back.
I got
I'm
you. Hold
telling
up.
you, USC might end up losing 3 games this year.
I
I ain't gonna say
No.
3. I ain't gonna say
No.
that.
I say one in the
3. Yeah,
one
I
in the
agree with that
pack
because I
and
mean
then
they
one in
gonna
the
lose the
college
bowl
football
game.
playoff. Yeah.
What
One in the
all right.
pack and then a
Okay.
bowl game. They do.
Ready?
Go ahead, Zion.
They play Arizona on Saturday.
That's a
Win.
That a
dub.
win.
Then they play Notre Dame. That's a loss.
Dub. That's a dub. Where they play at? USC or
At Notre
or they
Dame.
playing in
At Notre Dame.
No, that's at
That's
oh
a
Notre Dame.
shit.
Shit.
They got them. That's a
I don't
dub.
know about
They
that,
got them.
boy. It's hard,
what?
but they gonna cheat like hell, boy.
I Notre
Boy,
Dame
listen,
finna come. What?
it's hard to play.
Caleb Williams
It's
gonna
hard
have a
to.
Heisman moment at
That's
Notre
why. That's
Dame.
why I'm
Just
gonna
ask
say
him.
that's Caleb Williams Hines moment going there and beat
Yeah,
them.
he
All
gonna
right.
have a
Okay,
Then
Notre Dame.
Heisman.
Go ahead. Who they play after Notre Dame?
Utah.
That's a win. Cam Robinson ain't
If
back
Cam
yet.
Well,
Rising playing, it's gonna be
hold
a
on,
football game. If he ain't, it's gonna be a blowout.
hold on. Y'all gotta think about this though. They finna play 2 back-to-back physical games because Notre Dame finna be physical with them boys.
No
Then they
doubt, no
got
doubt.
Utah.
Who they play
Yeah.
after Utah? Zion. Who they play after Utah?
After Utah, is it Washington that they play or Washington State?
I think Washington State. I don't think they played Washington this year.
So
Hey,
maybe Washington
Zion.
State, and then after that, the last game is UCLA. So after that, is UCLA. They
So
Y'all
got
don't
Yeah,
hear
because
me?
they off the last week. They
yeah,
only
we
Y'all
didn't
don't
played
hear
hear
you.
me?
last.
We didn't hear. No, we
I
didn't
got
hear you after the Notre Dame.
no, we didn't hit. Yeah,
I said they got after California, they got Washington.
No, no.
No. Go. So it was Notre
Go
Dame,
back down to Notre
Utah,
Dame.
then what? Because
It's
that we
Notre
hear you after
Dame.
Utah.
No, it's Arizona, Notre Dame, Utah, California, Washington, Oregon. Then they end the season at versus UCLA.
Oh shit, they got a 3 game
Man,
stretch.
shit, boy.
like
Listen,
I
boy.
see him losing to
Hey,
Oregon.
listen,
That'd
no
be it.
dog. Boy, listen. Boy, them boys might leave. Boy, listen. That's a hell of a stretch.
They
That's a
gonna
hell
lose
of a
like
stretch.
3 games. That's what I just said.
They losing 3 of them
No.
things.
All right.
I tell you
I
what, if they just
I
lose one
remember all
game,
this. I remember all
If
this.
they,
Heisman going back to
listen.
California.
If they only lose one game out of that stretch, they deserve to go to
Yeah, well, I
they
said
in
the
the Final
Heisman
Four.
going to Caleb Williams.
Yep.
Bro, they
Yep. We
losing
got
three
Coach
games,
Striker.
bro.
You
They'll
got
be at the
listen.
They
high for it then.
You got Notre Dame. You got Utah.
you
You got Washington
Cal.
and Oregon.
I said they'll
No,
lose. They'll
They
lose to
play
Washington. They'll
Cal in
beat
between
Oregon.
that, then Washington and Oregon, and then UCLA.
They'll
Ain't no
lose to
way.
Washington. They'll beat Oregon though. Caleb gonna call them up.
How
He'll
they
throw the
not be
ball
no
on them.
Oregon? How they gonna be Oregon? With
They
what
gonna
Hold
defense?
on.
score point
Hey
for him.
Zion, is that game in Oregon? Is that game in UC and USC?
That game's at Oregon, bro. They losing that game.
Now
Oh
that's a
yeah.
loss. That's
Yeah,
why I said
No,
that's the one game they lose. All the rest of them
that's a
they'll
loss,
win.
dog.
They'll win. Caleb Williams Heisman moment gonna come at Notre Dame. And it'll be pretty much wrapped up
How
after
you
that.
gonna have a Heisman moment at Notre Dame? You still got to play Oregon and Washington.
that's why I said he
That ain't
gonna go
gonna
into
happen.
Oregon and win.
But
That's
that's where the
that's what he
Heisman
gonna
moment
do.
gonna be at Notre Dame.
Man, you tripping?
Hey J Dot,
That's where it's gonna
J
be
Dot,
at.
the games at USC.
The
Cause
Oregon game
don't
is at Oregon.
The Oregon
when
game's at Oregon. I think the Washington game at USC though.
when does Oregon and Washington play? Don't they play sometime soon?
Well,
Next
Oregon
I
and
want
week
to say
it might be. It might be
if
hold
it's
up,
next
not
week. I
this
think.
week, it's
Look
next
at
week.
Oregon schedule. Y'all make it seem like Oregon go undefeated. Look at their schedule.
hold up. I
Hey,
got you. Hold up.
USC got a tough schedule
Yeah, they
now.
showed.
That's a tough schedule at the end, bro.
Yeah, them
They
All right,
play
short
Notre
games.
y'all
Dame,
ready?
then you
Y'all ready for
go ahead.
Washington schedule?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oregon plays Washington this weekend.
this week.
You see what I'm saying?
What they
Like,
playing
let's
at?
get them
next
laws
weekend.
fucking right now.
No, they play them next weekend.
All
What
right,
they playing
Okay.
at?
Then after that, they play Washington State,
That may be another loss. They could lose 2 back to back.
Utah. Then after
Nah, they gonna
that,
beat Utah.
then they play USC at home. Then they play Arizona State, and then they finish off at Oregon State
Oh
versus
They
shit.
Oregon
might
State.
lose 2 back to
And
back. They
I'm gonna
may
just
lose to
tell y'all.
Washington and
Hey,
They
I'm gonna
gonna
just
lose.
tell y'all the God heaven truth. We ain't gonna have no team in the Final Four
I
because
told
them
y'all
boys
that.
gonna end up knocking
Hey,
each other off.
Yeah,
I'm still holding my head on USC, man. I think they
No,
can win.
I'm not. That's a
Remember,
hell of
I'm
a
bro.
not.
stretch, bro.
50
I'm
points,
not
a
no
lot of
more.
points.
That's a hell
So
of a
what's
stretch.
y'all?
I didn't even think
So
about
right
Notre
now,
Dame.
in college football, what's y'all prediction on the 4 teams gonna make it?
I
SEC.
I give you
I
mine
got
quick.
I got Michigan. I got Texas. I got Florida State, and the fourth team up in the air. I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie.
You ain't got no SEC team in there.
Yeah, we ain't sold on Georgia yet.
Cause bitch, I ain't
I'm not
sold on
sold.
man. I
Oh,
ain't
okay.
sold on no SEC team.
Well, you don't want to get in there though.
Well, then
Yeah,
the SEC team will
whoever
be
win
in
the
there.
SEC gonna win.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
One of them get in there. But I
so
like Texas
Michigan,
though. I like Texas. I like that
Michigan,
Florida State too. And who else you
Michigan,
said?
Texas,
Michigan.
Michigan, Texas,
Florida State.
Florida State, and then whoever win the SEC.
I'll tell you
Wow.
what. If Notre Dame went out, they gonna be in the playoffs.
But JR just
No.
said that USC
Man, no,
had
Notre
trouble.
Dame can't. Notre Dame when they get in the playoffs, they hope they.
Oh my,
I
yeah,
don't
they
like
Hey,
fold
seeing
in the
Coach,
them in the
playoffs.
playoffs.
Yeah, they
Coach
fold in the
Dre.
playoffs. Clemson
Hey,
whooped
Coach,
their ass that year.
hey, hold up. Hey, Coach Dre.
Yep.
USC couldn't manage CU's running game. What they gonna do against Notre Dame running game? That boy averaged like 150 yards a game. One person.
They
Hey,
gonna
that boy
score
number
What I'm
6
points.
saying is,
crazy.
I like USC. I like Caleb, but that's a heck of a stretch to say you gonna play Notre Dame, you gonna play Utah, you gonna play Cal, and then you gonna go from Washington to Oregon. Like and you finish with UCLA. That's a hell of a schedule at the end.
They gonna lose
They
like
gonna
3
do it.
games.
Nah, they gonna do it. I'm gonna tell you who not gonna sit. You know why they set Zachariah Branch, right? Yeah, I mean he had discipline issues, but they was like, oh yeah, we definitely can win this one without our
What are they going?
superstar
No,
freshman.
they
They
almost
gonna
lost
sit
that
that
game,
young
bro.
man for the rest of the year. He gonna play. No matter
Hey,
what he do, he gonna play.
They are.
hey, let me ask you this right quick. Hey, so Tate, I get USC got this offense, but what they gonna start doing, Caleb, is they gonna start playing ball control.
They gonna
They
get
ain't gonna
real
take the
physical.
ball out of his hand.
Run the
Teams are
I
ball.
gonna
can see
start
that.
to run the ball,
I
and
can see that.
you can literally run 14 plays, and USC might not get the ball in the quarter.
I can see that.
And
That's what Notre
you
Dame
gotta start
does.
thinking about it. People gonna start softening USC up because they know they can't stop the run and they poor tacklers. So what are you gonna do for Caleb Williams? You're gonna take the ball out because if you get into a shootout, you're not gonna beat them.
Mm.
So what's the one way you can beat them?
Running
Run
game.
the ball
Game
and get
control the
first
game.
downs.
Yeah, control the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how often does that happen? That's more of an NFL like
Can't stop the
situation.
run,
How
JR.
often does that happen in
Well,
college?
But that's
college got
It's
an NFL
rare in
rules
college
now
that they
with the clock.
utilize clock situation
Hey,
in college.
JR. They gave up 260 yards to Arizona State, bro.
I
What
mean,
do you think?
they gave up what, a buck 90 something to how many
You.
rushing yards they gave up to CU?
196.
Almost 200 to CU. So,
What do you think Notre Dame gonna do, bro?
Notre Dame gonna run the ball, but for whatever reason, college football, everybody just up tempo. In the
Man,
NFL, they focus on
Notre
clock
Dame got a
management.
defense. Notre Dame
College,
got
they
a
don't
defense.
focus on.
But you
Notre
got to
They
Dame
don't
think
focus
about
on
it. You
clock
stop
management.
USC stopped their team one time. Caleb get up 7 points. They're gonna try to fight to get back the lead. So
Notre
that's why they
Dame has
stop running the ball.
Yeah,
Frankie,
The
hold up.
only
Notre
only
Dame
don't think USC need 2 stops. That's all they need.
that's
But
it.
but here's the thing though.
Ain't nobody stopping USC from scoring the
Mm,
ball. Nobody gonna
mm,
stop Caleb Williams from scoring the
nah,
ball. They not.
nah.
They
Here's
not.
what I'm gonna tell y'all. Y'all gonna take that Notre game lightly. They gonna upset USC.
I never
Shit.
said nothing about Notre Dame losing.
I
Oh,
got
Notre
I
Dame
got Notre Dame in the
winning.
playoffs. I got them
Hey,
in the
here's
playoffs.
the thing. No one's scared of USC.
No.
That's true.
They have
That's
shown
true.
on they have shown that if you if you just keep playing. So what everybody gonna think now is, I don't care how bad Caleb, how good Caleb looks at the beginning of the game. Let's just hang around. Let's just keep playing. Let's just keep playing. Let's just keep playing. Cause we can hang in there. We might can still do this. You gave now teams think that way. But now what I'm telling you is you can't do this. You can't do this 2-3 weeks in a row, bro. You going to
I
Notre
think
Dame.
you
You going to
can.
Utah. You can't continuously win like that.
I think they
You can't
will.
continuously win like that. Like
Every
it ain't like they just beat Arizona to death. Arizona State to death. Like you get what I'm saying? Like Arizona State was in the football game. Like so something got to give here.
It ain't gonna be Caleb Williams. He gonna do the same. We
But
gonna see the same sports
listen.
in the top 10. He gonna run around for five,
Don't
6 seconds, find somebody on the deep cross, and they gonna score 50 points.
But listen,
Hey,
I don't know how many
but here's
USC
all.
gonna
Hey,
give up,
here's
but they
always
scoring
the
50
thing.
points.
Here's always the thing. Caleb ain't fragile. I mean, Caleb a little fragile now. He get hit.
Yeah, he got
He
hurt
fall.
last year. Yeah, he got
Like
hurt last
so
year.
Yeah,
what I'm telling you, bro,
yeah, and
because
that's
that's what
true.
I'm telling you. They don't put all their marbles into this kid. So if Caleb get hurt,
Oh, they out of there.
it's just
If he
like
get
for
But
hurt,
you.
but they go back to what
Shador
y'all
get
saying.
hurt.
That's why they got that transfer running back from South Carolina running him the ball now. That's why they
yeah,
got.
Lord, yeah.
Yeah,
hey,
but why
Danny
they didn't
Pillard
run
did
it?
that.
Why did he give him the ball against CU?
They
Like
did.
that's
He
cold.
got hurt at the end, I think.
Nah,
He
Roger
did.
Wood came down and
Yeah,
laid that wood on that
yeah, he
boy.
got hurt. Yeah, shoulder or something. He was running. That's when they missed all them tackles and stuff on
He
him.
had 85 yards rushing the whole game.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
but
went.
they didn't run the ball. They were passing the ball more than
85
anything else.
yards. Okay, 85 yards rushing the whole game. That's what
How,
USC did, man.
how many carries did he get? Let me look at it. He got what, 10?
But here's the
All they
thing.
did was pass the
If
ball.
Yeah,
Cam Rising ain't playing, they got Utah. I think they covered Utah.
So Cam
yeah.
I
Rising,
just
he's supposed to be
But
coming back, but I don't
but
know.
They
here's the
say
but
he
thing,
come back
Dre.
next week,
that
but I
Washington
don't see it.
Oregon back to back gonna be real tough.
But here's the thing that y'all keep taking, like y'all keep forgetting about, right? Both of them games with Notre Dame and Utah gonna be physical, right?
Yep.
You don't USC cannot suffer any more injuries. They
Yeah,
suffer injury, it's a wrap for them.
yeah,
I mean, that's true. They can't suffer a quarterback injury, that's for sure.
No,
yeah.
they
They
can't
got
suffer
enough
injury on their
receivers to go
defense.
around.
Hey, bro.
Yeah,
They already lost the
they
starting O lineman for the season.
they not worried about defense. I mean that's been Lincoln Riley calling offense already. Even when he was at Oklahoma, he never had a defense, but they always managed to win the Big 12. It seemed like, you know.
And
So
they,
How
that's
many
why
national championships he won?
I mean he didn't win none, but he always managed to be somewhere at the end.
I'm
And
gonna
he
tell you
has
right
a
now.
better quarterback than what he had when he had Kyler Murray and and what's his name, Baker Mayfield. Caleb
he ain't
Williams
do
is a
nothing.
better quarterback. So I
I'm
think that I don't know.
gonna tell you right
Lincoln
now. They're
Riley
not.
just say, "I just need 3 stops. I win a game." That's what he's saying.
Yeah, that's all he
Yeah,
needs because he
I
gonna score
get
50
it.
points.
I get it, but they ain't beating Utah. They haven't proven to beat Utah yet. So they're gonna have to show me they can beat them.
Oh, this is gonna be
That's
the year.
fact.
Utah offense
That's
is
fact.
atrocious
They
That's
at
fact.
home
without
this year,
Cam
Rob.
Rising.
They playing in Los Angeles this year. Cause I
Yeah,
took
they got
Utah
them
last
this
year in
year.
Utah.
I
They came,
don't
Utah came back last year and beat them.
I don't care what they playing at. They gotta prove that they can beat Utah. They still in their head.
Yeah, Utah smacked them around 2 games straight.
Now the last
They
game they
did.
smacked them.
They
The
did.
first game UCL on USC was up like 28 points or
Bro,
something.
they took Caleb out the game, bro.
Yeah, yeah. And Utah came all the way back and beat them.
And you got to understand, UCLA lost to a Tulane team last year. So I mean,
USC.
yeah, USC. You got like I mean, in physicality and some people that can run the ball, like you say, slow the game down to a certain degree. I'm not asking
But
them to slow it, but they just got to slow it down to a certain degree.
Caleb Williams was also coming off a knee injury too. From that,
I
he
agree.
was hurt towards the end of the year when they played Tulane. I don't think he was 100%.
Hey, Rob. All I'm saying is that Notre Dame running back averages 100 and close to 50 yards a game by himself.
Bro, Notre Dame is gonna run the ball. I don't care what you talking about. They gonna bro,
They're gonna
I'm
run it,
telling you,
but they
they
ain't
gonna
gonna
They they,
score
run
they
it.
can
50
run the
points.
ball, but they can get stopped. But how
Listen,
know they gonna stop Caleb Williams though?
Yeah,
listen,
that's what I keep saying.
listen,
They
They
have a
ain't gonna
no,
stop
defense.
Caleb.
listen. Notre Dame has the cornerbacks to match up with their wide receivers.
I don't know what these people on Notre Dame for, bro.
All right, I'm telling you. Hey, listen, they front line, Notre Dame front line is real. They can get after the quarterback. They not finna let Caleb sit back there and throw that ball.
Hey, they
Caleb
offensive line
gone.
real good too. They offensive line real good, fella. Notre Dame offensive line real good, fella. They real good. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Uh, they recruit the kid down here out of Newberry, right around the corner from us. So they done been down here the last 2 weeks.
Who
And
Notre Dame?
yeah, Notre Dame, we got a kid in Newberry. The kid right now, that kid can bench 225, like 20 some times.
Wait, is an O
Wow.
lineman?
Wow.
He a
That's a
He an
defensive
O
tough
lineman,
lineman?
but they been talking. He a defensive lineman. He a defensive tackle. His name's
Okay.
hey, what's that boy name?
Shit, see, you might need to get him. You might need to tell us.
yeah.
Hey, Lucius, you
Yeah.
keep talking about
Bruh,
Zacharias Grant.
hold on. Hey, what's that boy name? Dewberry High School. I can't think of his name, but he got offers from He got offers from Notre Dame, Florida, Florida State. He got offers from everywhere. 220. I mean, he got it on his thing. He can bench press 225 over 20 times.
Hey man, that type of kid he be in CU, man. That's a D tackle.
Well, we gonna, hey, but don't worry about it. We play him in a couple of weeks. We gonna find out. I'm gonna find out what he made of.
Okay.
He gonna
Okay.
line
How
up in
tall?
front of my baby. We gonna find out what he made of.
He got to be 6'4", ain't he?
Ooh, so they talking spicy.
How
Oh
tall is
yeah,
he,
I got
coach?
to. Who's the kid? This kid
Yeah.
about 6'1". He about 6'1".
Oh,
His name is
he just a little
Jaquez.
stump.
His name is Jaquez. Dang, I can't think of his last name. I'll get it. I'll make sure I bring it up tomorrow. But we gonna find out what he made of. We gonna
Oh, he
find out
is.
what he made of. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I told this what I told my child. I said, baby, we go get us a scholarship this day, baby. He got every offer in America, baby. We go get us a scholarship today, baby.
Yeah, you right. Cause you can highlight that on Huddle. You right.
How boxing?
You get
What's
around
up?
5 pancakes. You in there,
Hey,
coach?
hold on, Frankie. Hey, so when Notre Dame smack around USC, I want you to come back on here. Don't
I,
hide.
I'll be
listen,
Don't
I'm
here.
not
run.
gonna. I'll say
Like
this.
Rob
I'm not gonna
said,
say
I'll
that.
pull up.
Yeah. I
I,
listen. I
no,
won't
I'm,
say they're
I'm not
gonna.
talking about the blowout, Rob. I'm not talking about
Yeah.
blowout. I'm talking about run all over them because it's gonna happen.
You so you
I
saying no?
listen.
They ain't gonna beat USC? That what you saying?
They
Yeah.
playing them at home,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, keep that
Still don't
same
If
see
energy.
if
Notre
I
if
Dame. I
might
still
take
don't
that
USC
see
bet.
Notre
if
Dame beating
if
USC though.
USC if USC lose to Notre Dame, that means they're gonna lose 2 games in the conference because between Washington and Oregon they're gonna lose. So if they lose to Notre Dame, they're gonna lose 2 games. If
I
they
would.
beat Notre Dame, then I'm with you. They might just lose one. But if they lose to Notre Dame, they're gonna lose at least another one, either Washington or Oregon, because they play them back to back.
I'm gonna give you a better example of the Notre Dame versus the USC game, right? If you watch Notre Dame play Ohio State, they took their wide receivers out those games. They got the personnel to match up with USC
And, and
receivers.
Marvin and Marvin Harrison is the best receiver in college football.
They shut him down. They shut him down, and that was a
I'm just
low scoring game.
But look though, Marvin Harrison the best wide receiver in college football, but
Yeah,
he ain't playing with the best quarterback in college football. See what I'm
don't
saying?
mean that.
Caleb Williams the best quarterback in college football. I mean,
No doubt.
outside of Michael Penix, 1A, 1B situation, Caleb Williams the best quarterback in college football.
Does he have the
That's the
best team?
difference.
Does he have the best team,
He the best player. Do they have the best overall team? No. But 50 points is 50 points. That's 50
bro?
points.
How much points did they average against ASU, bro? It wasn't 50.
I don't know what the final score was.
I'll
What
tell
they
you right
score?
now.
40 something? 40, 42 points or something like that?
so
30.
here, so
30,
here's what
34,
here's
34,
what I would tell
42.
you. One thing that USC don't like is physicality.
They don't.
They gonna get real physical with
Yeah,
their
they're gonna get
offense.
real physical with him. You better pray it's not wet outside. It ain't
And,
raining.
and they get tired. They get tired quick. Bear Alexander looked like he was out there sucking for L real bad.
Like,
I'm just
You know what
saying,
I'm saying? I'm just being honest with y'all, boys. When I was like, damn, Bell look like he tired as hell out there.
we've been seeing it for the first half of the season, for the college football season. On two, USC hiked the ball. They got a terrible offensive line, but Caleb Williams finds some way to buy himself 45 seconds and throw it across field to a wide receiver that's wide open.
JR, you said all
That's
that.
their offense.
All that.
Hey, listen, everybody ain't got a safety back there like we had back there. That's lost. So you know what I'm saying. So you can't go off of that.
He been doing it. He did it the 4 games prior to USC. I
Yeah, but
mean,
I'm
four
just
games
saying,
prior to Colorado.
don't take it. What he did against Colorado with one of the dudes standing back there watching the man run to the end zone and then start running when the man get to the hash. Yeah, we ain't going by that, bro.
Hey, I'm just gonna say this: Notre Dame gonna be ready to come out there and hit them boys, and they
Man, they
finna
gonna get
break
real
their
physical with them
confidence.
boys, bro.
And then this the thing, Notre Dame gonna be them play better competition too, though, Jay. You got to
Yes.
remember that they gonna be them play better competition. Like, they don't fear Caleb like that. You get what I'm saying? Like them boys done played against some top notch teams, and
Against
besides CU, who USC done played?
San
Nobody.
Jose
But
State.
that's the rest of the pack. That's the rest of the pack. 12. Besides, I mean, we can say the same thing for Oregon. I mean, Oregon looked nice, but besides CU, who else Oregon played? They ain't played nobody yet.
But I mean, from what you can tell from they put the meat of their schedule on the back end of their schedule. And some people do that. Some people like to get out in front and have good schedules, and then put the tough teams at the back. But then you go to losing, and then I don't agree with that. I think you should spread it out. There's no way I'll be playing no Washington and Oregon back to back.
No sir.
We'll see when
Like, I don't
USC
know who's
drop.
schedule. Like, I was hot when they came out with our schedule. We had USC and Oregon back to back. Like, who scheduled this? Like, don't nobody want to play them back to back. You want somebody in between them, a buffer game. You don't do
I
that.
mean, like I said, that 50-point average gonna be hard to.
Hey,
It's
Yeah,
hard to
bro.
keep me
But
out that
but
platform.
listen to what I'm saying. You talking about a 50-point average. So okay, it's like this. Oh, this, last week we played a team. We put up 42 points. Right? They ain't scored. Um, this week we think we're gonna put up 42 points. We don't think they're gonna score. But does that actually, like this? What I tell our kids, you supposed to do that against teams like that. But when we play against somebody else, what do you look like? You get
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
say
saying?
this: USC ain't putting up 50 plus on Notre Dame.
Right. You're not going.
Oh,
You're
I
not
can't
going
wait.
in. You can. You're
I'm
not
come.
going.
I'm
You're not going. Bro, you're not going into. You're not going into their place and embarrassing people like that, bro.
I'm
You
I'm
you just
I'm
not
I'm gonna
going to
have
do it, bro.
I'm gonna have my camera on, Rob, popcorn ready, just laughing at all y'all. I
Hey,
told
listen. Now
y'all.
you said. Now you
Told
said. Now
y'all.
you said. Now you said he gonna have a Heisman moment. You can also fuck around and lose the Heisman going to Notre Dame.
That's true, but he
You
gonna
get
have that
what I'm
Heisman
saying?
moment. It's gonna happen.
Cause my dog, you got to remember, Shador ain't out the race now. Cause we was tit for tat with boy. You get what I'm saying? So we feel like we just as good. And Penix for real. Ain't nobody can't say nothing about Penix. But if I had a vote, I'll be voting for Harrison Jr. because I just think he's the best football player in the country until Travis come back because he can't do what Travis did. But Travis win the Heisman next year. We ain't worried about it this year. We win it next year. Unless
Boy,
he just come out here and put on an electrifying show these last 4 5 weeks.
boy, them Notre Dame boy about to come put that physicality on them boys. It's gonna be different.
Well,
Hey, you got to look at
Rob,
how many times USC done beat Notre Dame. It ain't been a lot, bro. I mean, we talking about when they had Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart and them boys. Like, come on now. This USC team ain't good as that USC team, right? You would agree with that, right?
yeah, I agree. That they not. I agree
Okay.
with that. I agree with that. That USC
Okay.
team back then, they had a hell of a defense. They had a lot of
It,
defensive
it, it took Reggie
star
Bush
power as
pushing
well.
Matt Leinart in the end zone for them to win.
Yeah, for that win. Uh, but
Hey, Tate, I don't care what Vegas got USC against that game. I promise you, they can take
hey,
USC for that -4 at Notre Dame. I promise you, it's gonna be a hard game, and them boys is gonna be ready to rock and roll at the crib.
I'm trying to
No
tell them,
doubt.
Tate, they don't believe in USC, but it's all good though. For ASU and ASU and Colorado coming up this weekend. You know, the NFL they call this a get right game.
Yeah, a
What I
get
want
right
to
game, right?
Yeah, what I want to see from CU is Shador out of the game mid third quarter. Like,
I do
game
too.
in
I
hand,
do too.
he out the game. You bring
I want to
in
see. I
Staub.
want to see the young boy. I want to see Stobbs or the other
Yeah.
kid that transferred
No, I
in.
don't
Yeah.
want to see Stop. Hey, Coach J, I don't want to see Stop, bro. No.
Why not?
Who you want? Who you want to see?
I'd rather see Gavin or somebody else. Not Stop
Get,
fumble that.
Gavin, the kid that transferred in late.
Yeah, I'd rather
Yeah,
see
okay,
him.
I'm cool with that.
Stop
Hey,
fumble that
fellas, hey
ball.
man, it's 12 o'clock here on my end, man. I gotta get up in the morning, man.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, I'm
I'll
about to
check
end it
y'all
live.
boys out. I'll check y'all boys out tomorrow. You going at 1?
Yep.
Okay,
I'm
All
about
right,
bro.
all right.
I'm about to
All right.
close this live out in about like 5 minutes anyway. So hey, go ahead, Zion.
I ain't say nothing.
No, I thought you was gonna answer Jimmy Box's question. That's all.
Oh, what he said? Oh, the ASU game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your question?
I'll say what I would like to see from a get right standpoint. That's what they call it in the NFL. This is a get right game with
Mm-hmm.
ASU being down 1-4. To see
Mm-hmm.
Shador sitting by mid third quarter, maybe in the third quarter, and then have some backups in there for CU just to more experience and stuff like that, and get the team rolling. I just want to see him rolling, man. I know
I think
Rob going to do the predictions later in the week and stuff like that, the score and stuff, but I just want to see them boys rolling.
I'm not. I wouldn't say a get right game, but they gonna put up points on Arizona State. They can't take them lightly, but it's a conference game too, so them boys gonna be ready on both sides.
You know?
I'm gonna say this right because I you know me, I don't give my predictions to Friday. This game, only thing I'm looking for us to do is put all three phases of the game together. That's it. I don't want them to do nothing else. Just put all three phases of the game together. Special teams, defense, offense, right?
Mm.
Come out, punch them in the mouth. Let's get up. Let's, defense play solid. Get some 3-and-outs, right? Don't be satisfied with having one 3-and-out. Get multiple 3-and-outs back to back, right? And go from there. Just keep building this momentum because right now, building this momentum, we finna get to something great into the bigger picture. So we gotta be able to take care of business, and I do believe we will take care of business this weekend. Get ready for next weekend. Take care of that because that game's on a Friday against Stanford. Going to the bye week, get healthy, and we
Get
get to
ready.
the stretch run. So that's how I look at it. But I do believe I believe that we will be bowl eligible at the end of October. So that means guess what? We going 3-0 this month. But
They
we
winning
take one
out.
game at a time, go 1-0.
I can see that. That's a good take, Rob. I like that. I can see them going 3-0 definitely this month.
Well, I think just
Yeah.
having that bye week helps us, right? Because
Yeah.
one, you get Travis back, you get Slushy back for sure, right? Wide receivers, they get a little healthier. So we got everything. We got all our weapons back, right? Washington should be back by UCLA, but if he's not, Reggie Young can do his thing. But the way I look at it is, Reggie Young come in and step in at right tackle, do his thing. Now you can move, Savion Washington over to left tackle, and you can take out Tank. That's just my thought process. You
I don't think
Yeah,
know,
I can see that.
well, Savion Washington used to play left tackle,
that's what I'm
so
saying. But
you can't say that because think about it. If Reggie Young go ball out at right tackle, you can't just take him out the lineup.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
So now that gives you opportunity to now,
put Tank
hey,
at the left side,
you
the
know what I'm
blind.
saying? So that's what I'm saying. You get an opportunity to like, all right, now we can look at Tank or move Washington left tackle. We got somebody on the right side that's holding it down, that's doing it. He ain't giving up no sacks. He ain't doing this, and now that gives you evaluation time, right? Because now you're evaluating Reggie Young over these next couple of weeks, right? What if Reggie Young go out and do and just ball out and do his thing? We're able to run the ball on the right side, and hey, we got to fix the left side. You got Savion Washington coming back. I mean, it said Savion Washington. Yeah, Savion Washington coming back. Hey, let's clean up the left side. See what we really got. We're going to a stretch run.
So
Yeah,
what if they come out and put Reggie Young at left tackle and leave Savion at right tackle?
I'm not saying they can't do that,
Because
but
that's what he paid at Liberty.
I would rather see Savion Washington at left tackle. But if that's what they want to do, that's fine. I don't really care one way or the other. To be honest with you,
I think Savion is a better left tackle than a right tackle.
I do too. But we're gonna see. It gives us options. That's what I'm gonna say in the situation. So we just gotta look at it and take it one game at a time. But like I said from the get go from early, right? The trajectory of where we're at right now to where we're going is going through the roof. We're on a high trajectory, right? A lot of teams are going down. A lot of teams are going down. We're going up, and we're getting healthier as we're going up. And that's the best thing about it is we haven't seen our defense healthy yet. Everybody that's supposed to be there healthy yet, ready to go. Well, over these next 2 weeks, barring no injuries on the defense, we're going to get better. So now we're going to really truly see, our defensive backfield play, which is going to help. Hopefully, our linebacker play get better, right? And some of the things of, we're getting to work in a big Gant. Now he's getting back healthy and really get to see, them put everything together. So that's just how I view it. And that's why I feel like, we can run the table the rest of the year, but we just gotta build confidence. And each win that we get, we're gonna build confidence. And I think, we got the bad taste out of our mouth from the Oregon game to USC. Now we build on from this USC game from third or fourth quarter. We roll that over to the SU game, keep the momentum, roll that into the Stanford game, rest our bye week, get everybody healthy, and we take out UCLA to finish the month off. And guess what? November we start with Arizona. So I look like we on a good trajectory right now.
Who was it? Arizona, then what? Washington State, then Utah.
Yeah,
Oregon State, then Utah.
Oregon State. Yeah, Oregon State is the homecoming
but
game.
they got Oregon State. Yeah, they got Oregon State at home. That's the game I plan on going to.
Yep.
So
hold up, where did they play Oregon State at home or at Oregon State?
That's the homecoming game
in Colorado.
Yeah.
And then they play Wazoo, and then they got the 2 away games.
They got Wazoo and Utah to finish the season.
But those are 2 away games, though, right?
Correct. They finished with 2 away games.
Damn.
But to be honest with you, it ain't gonna be as bad as you think it is because they play better away than they do at home.
Yeah,
outside of the Oregon game.
I'm just thinking though, Cam Ward is nice, but if I had to go choose between Cam Ward and Shador, I'm going Shador.
But also, hey, we don't know what these teams gonna look like by then, though. Who's gonna be healthy, who's not. Like, just think about this game.
That's true.
Like going to this game, against Arizona State, right? They got a lot of players out, so it's like you don't really know who's gonna play by then at that time. So that's what I said. We gotta take one game at a time, health wise. For us, we got players coming back off injury. A lot of these teams got players that just got hurt that's gonna be out 3 or 4 weeks from now. So we don't really know what nobody really truly gonna look like, around that time. So we just gotta take it one game at a time.
Shador said it in the press conference. The best quarterback is the available quarterback. So take care of the body and all that good stuff. Just be available. So he'd be available down the stretch run. See, you can do that thing. I still got him, looking at about 8-4, but I think they can do it, man. Be a good ball game.
And from the get go, so I'm sticking 1-9-3.
And I hope they take a bowl game on the East Coast. I'm out here in North Carolina. I hope they take a game on the East Coast. Boom. Or even in Texas, man. I'll fly back home to Texas, see them boys playing Texas too. But
I think if it come down to it, I think they're gonna take a bowl game or either somewhere in the South or somewhere. It's gonna be somewhere warm. I'm gonna say.
Yeah, recruiting, so they can get a lot of recruits in. Yep.
It don't make sense for them to take anything in New York. It don't really
be too damn cold.
Yeah, but you got to think about where the bowl games and where people can go, Pac-12, things like that. I think the ultimate goal is for them to get a New Year's Bowl. That's the ultimate goal.
Oh yeah. If they could get like
If they get 10
the
wins,
Gator Bowl, if they get the Gator Bowl, like the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl that they be having down there, man, ooh, that'd be
if
live.
if they get 10 wins, they gonna get a New Year's Bowl, bro.
I think the ultimate bowl that they really truly want is the Cotton Bowl in Dallas.
That'd be nice. I'll be there. That'd be
That'd
nice.
be good for recruiting.
That'd be nice. Hit that Dallas Metroplex. Boy, they got a lot of recruits down there too. Woo-woo. I know
Yeah.
Prime know the area. Coach Prime know the area real well. But yo, all right, Rob, man. Hey, man. Hey, like I said, I always enjoy the conversation. J Dot, enjoy the conversation. Rob, man. Hey,
All right, man.
appreciate
Anytime,
y'all,
man.
man.
I appreciate y'all, man. I'm about to wrap this up, man. Give me our final thoughts, and y'all know we back at the regular time tomorrow. If you're new to the show, pull up on us. 11 o'clock Colorado time, 1 o'clock Eastern, 12 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Pacific. Just pull up. If you want to talk football, you ain't got to hide in the chat. You can come up here on the panel and talk. It's open for everybody.
Man, I'll go first, man. Three phases of the game. That's what I want to see for Colorado. Getting well against ASU. Three phases: special teams, defense, and offense. That's what I want to see.
Same here. Same here. Same here.
With that being said, man, appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate all the super chats. If you got any comments, anything like that, always leave it after the show is over with. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so when I go live, you know you don't want to miss the show, man, because you never know who's gonna be tuning to the building. We talk about any and everything, man. But it is a football channel, just to let you know. So if you want to pull up, pull up. If you want to talk your talk, come talk your talk. But appreciate everybody in the building. This is Rob the Man Media, baby. Back with another live, man. Appreciate you guys, man, for tuning in. See you guys in the next one. Peace.